Hello, hello, and welcome to Wrath of the Godkin. We are here today to join this stream and a pirate wedding in lawful matrimony. This is the long-awaited wedding episode of the show. I'm very excited about it. We got started a little bit late because I went on a rant about Avatar The Last Airbender, as I'm wont to do, because I just finished the show. I also started Fallout. That's really good, too. Also a good show. But we've got a lot to get to tonight, so we're just going to get started, if that's all right with everybody. Hello, and welcome to Wrath of the Godkin, the only D&D campaign where the prettiest dresses come from dumpsters, of course. Say hello to Ronnie, the bugbear fighter, Waylon, the human paladin, Oz, the Kenku wizard, Kelken, the furbolg druid, and Affinity, the tiefling bard. Our heroes are experts at getting themselves into trouble. But before they do exactly that, let's remind you viewers at home what happened previously on Wrath of the Godkin. All right, so last time the party exited the portal, this portal they were stuck in, doing some crazy combat, and ran into a swarm of wasps, whom they avoided by taking a detour. The Sahooligans, that's the party, then ran into a strange bird-like fae called a porp. It blocked their path until they danced for it, which delighted it, and convinced them to allow it to pass. Convinced it to allow them to pass. They then met a dwarf named Germund Goldbear, who bought some stolen goods from some orcs, and was pursued by a few of these orcs who believed he'd tricked them. Finn made Germund invisible, and Way sent them off, the orcs off in another direction. I really should have proofread this shit before I'm so sorry. This is like my worst previously on. Normally I do like a tidying up between, but I was so focused on the actual session this time that I did not read this. I made the mistake of trusting myself. I'm sorry. Finn made Gehrmund invisible and Way set the orcs off in another direction with a little bit of quick deception. Gehrmund thanked them, the orcs, what's the antecedent of this pronoun, and followed them back to Jarrikspawn. Back in town, the Sahooligans split up to take care of pre-wedding business. Ronnie stopped by the quest board to talk to Delia and receive the party's rewards. Oz scavenged for cloth, using his dragon-like sense of smell to find a particularly wonderful fabric. Finn and Way met a toad woman who sold them some wedding attire. Ronnie and Oz then went to check out the pet store again, only to find it had been burned down for the insurance money. Kel was accosted in his hotel room by Dr. Wilder, wow, wrote that sexy, who demanded to know what happened with the ape. Delighted by the results, she offered Kel partnership on the Umbrelux research project. You know, if you have no idea what happened previously on the show, this sounds just like a bunch of random words, but I guess that's D&D in general. She offered Kel partnership on the Umbrelux research project, which he happily accepted. Ronnie got Chef Heckles to hire Tavian and Polly as caterers for the wedding. Wade gave Chungo a disguise kit. Like, this is all just sentences that are unrelated to the previous sentence. Your mind must be exploding. This shouldn't be the first. At least watch the previous one. Yeah, whatever. Wade gave Chungo a disguise kit to use on Allie to get her inside the as well. Then Chungo returned and... oh, wait, that's not true. Then Tuck returned and loudly informed everyone that he had just made it with a woman. Before we get started... just a reminder, you can donate to change the outcome of the game. The rewards are listed right there on the screen below my face. You can give people inspiration, name an NPC, even create a baddie. So here we go. All you need to know is the party's going to a wedding today. A big bad pirate captain's getting married to an evil cult lady. The party's going to try to infiltrate and get into the vaults beneath the mansion where the wedding is being held, because they believe they've been screwed over by this guy and they need to find evidence, and there might be cool treasure inside too. That's all you really need to know. So it is Summerfire 1 Bell, aka Saturday IRL, at 6 a.m. And the party members are, the people who are acting as caterers are going to the Mayor's Gate right now. The wedding is taking place at the Mayor of Jarrikspawn's manor. And I believe Ronnie is the only party member who's going in as a caterer. Is that correct? Uh,
Yeah, he's with Tavian and Polly, but yeah, only
right. The only actual
main people.
player character um,
Yeah.
is you. Okay. So, uh, Ronnie, you arrive early. What are you just wearing your normal duds as you get to the gates outside the mayor's manor?
Yes.
So you're just arriving with Tavian and Polly. And so Tavian, the little tabaxi, is really, really jittery and excited and kind of babbling. He's very excited about a real chef job. Even if he's not the chef, he actually gets to work in a real kitchen, do some actual kitchen work. Polly's trying to calm him down. She looks really just tired, not accustomed to being up this early as of late, sort of yawning with dark circles under her eyes. Um, and you all walk over, and you see at the front gate, there's two guards out front. You don't recognize them, but they look just like any of Scorch's generic pirate friends. They're sort of dressed in a slightly more formal than usual guards uniform with some like red paldons on the side, emphasizing their allegiance to the Firebeard crew. And they also look a bit tired, but they're not in charge of the situation right now. And you don't see Chef Carsoni Heckles, the Fire Genasi chef, anywhere in sight. But who you do see is the sous chef, Wilfer, the hobgoblin who you met previously on the road. His caravan had been attacked by the poison ape. And he's standing there in front of some of the other employees that you might recognize. Moriko Sleet, who's also a tabaxi, who is the one who lost her boyfriend Donovan to the ape. Um, and she recognizes you and goes over and clasps your hand and just greets you. You also see Connix, who's the kobold who you talked to previously out back after the bachelor party, and his sister Garlic, who is there as well. Um, you as you approach them, they're all sort of greeting and chit-chatting about the day and complaining about the earliness of it. But at this point, uh, you see Wilfer, the sous chef, coming up and sort of inspecting, poking at Tavian and Polly, asking them questions. And Tavian is sort of like becomes this military kid. All of a sudden, he's just going, "Sir, yes, sir," and he's just like rattling off information about all his background. And Polly is like blinking, just trying to stay awake, and she's trying to do a good. She's doing sort of a bad job about standing up for herself because she's just so sleepy. Um, she doesn't seem to have the same enthusiasm. But while this is going on, you see two other figures saddle up to you. One is recognizable Chungo, who seems to be wearing something that looks like a very old, sort of tattered and once white but now gray, like Mater D's uniform. Um, it looks pretty well tailored to him, but it just like looks like it is positively ancient. Not exactly impressive, but impressive that he found something in that regard. And next to him, you see someone else you don't at first recognize, but have to assume is yes, it is. It's Allie in disguise. Um, she approaches you and slaps you on the back and gives you a wink and then steps forward and proclaims, "Oh, Jason Big Boots here. I'm ready to work." She's wearing a pirate outfit that is distinct from her own and is also wearing a large fake mustache, long and red, along with a fake nose that is sort of glued to her face. The sous chef Wilfer addresses these two. You guys aren't. You're not on the register here. He's looking over his sheets, flipping through them. Oh, well, we heard that you were hiring, and we thought we could lend our services, being experts in the kitchen and that sort. Chungo just sort of nods. He looks over at the others for confirmation. Conic shrugs. He looks at Polly and Tavian, who both shrug as well. They've never heard of these people before. Or at least or decided not to take credit for Chungo. They've definitely never met Allie before, but are not going to pretend that they have any sort of relationship with Chungo. And then he looks to you as if to say, "Do you know these people?" What say you, Ronnie? If anything.
Ronnie also shrugs. I think this, like, more hands on a busy day always seems like a good idea to me.
He sort of like rolls his eyes. All right, fine, I guess. Well, let's see. We got a lot of new meat here today, and this is a very important ceremony and a very important day for all of us. We don't do a lot of out-of-town jobs, and we're being paid pretty well, at least for Jarek spawn prices. So, gonna do a little test for all of you new meat. I'll know whether or not I can trust you based on this. You, kid. Describe the steak we're serving today. Tavian stands at attention, both arms behind him. That would be the fire fruit and Feywine crusted eel steak. Battered and fried eel steak adorned with fire fruit stars and Feywine raisins with a side of garlic mashed potatoes. Wilfer blinks. Good. Very good. It's like you got it memorized. All right, there. He rubs the kid's head. Tavian looks sort of annoyed that he's being treated as a child, and fusses with the tuft of his hair, and then resumes his militaristic stance, also smirking slightly at everyone else, like, "Hey, I got it perfect." He goes to Polly. You, Red, name the drink menu. She's like, right. Sorry. Scorches, Rum Runner, Serendis, Blood Wine, oh god, what's it? Grog. You always have grog. Bloody pirates. Good, that's good. He points to Chungo. Have you had time to study the menu? Chungo just starts gritting his teeth and looking around nervously, not sure what to do. Don't worry about it. Just tell me this. How would you prepare raptor meat? Chungo thinks for a second. I would say you would use something sweet, like some blood sugar or blackberry, really bring out the flavor. Otherwise, that lizard tang makes you question what you're eating too much. Wilfer's looking at him. He's like, all right. So you have spent some time in the kitchen. Tavian looks over at Chungo, like kind of shocked and a little annoyed. And he immediately pulls out his notepad from his like little chef outfit, and he starts jotting down the note on this. He then stops at Allie in disguise, who's just calling herself Jason Big Boots. All right, you. Why don't you describe to me how you'd make a proper omelet? Well, I'll tell you. I'll tell you how you make a proper omelet. You can tell, Ronnie, you can see she's sweating. Her mustache is drooping with sweat a little bit. I'll tell you how. You crack a few eggs and you don't fuck it up. There's a long pause. All right, I got you. Welcome aboard. You got sass, and I like that. Yeah, you're damn right I do. She wipes her brow a little bit. Then Wilfer comes to you. All right, you're Ronnie, correct?
Hi.
So tell me, Ronnie, what are we having for dessert?
Butter, batter, cheesecake. with monkey tail pudding?
No, that's right. A little bit of sweet and some savory. Good. All right, Ronnie. Seeing as you've been vouched for by Connix here, Connix nods. I'm gonna make you in charge of the rookies today. So if they screw up, it's on you. Try to keep them in line. All right.
Aye, aye.
And with that, he's gonna make his way past some of the guards and getting you guys to carry some last minute supplies in a box outside. And yeah, you're just taking the long walk up this like very very small, slightly sloping meadow field up this hill towards the mayor of Jarek Spawn's manor. And there's some people milling about. From outside, you see the whole wedding setup out back. You get a sense of like, to the side of the house, this is where you are going to be primarily working. A lot of it's going to be taking place outside. And you are eventually make your way through the front doors. And you're in this vast foyer with the central staircase leading up to the right, where it meets a hallway and balcony and several rooms up above. Ronnie, as you turn your head, you guys are heading to the right, but you just sort of glance around, doing a general like once over of the surroundings, sort of casing the joint as quickly as you can. And you do make note of a large library and sitting room to the left of the staircase, to the immediate left of the foyer. And it's notable simply because it seems to be themed, unlike a lot of the other rooms in the house, which just look like nice but semi-ornate, wallpapered, manorial, normal fashion. The library on the left has been themed after a vineyard. It's got wine bottles painted on the wall and glasses painted on the wall, along with vines and grapes. It has a whole theming to it. It seems like whoever originally made this place really liked wine. A lot of them are adorning a particular bookshelf as well. It makes you curious about it, but you're not at liberty really to go over and check it out anymore. The sous chef is going to lead you through the dining room, which is to the right of the foyer on the opposite side of the library, and into the kitchen. As you're passing, you also get the sense that there is a door underneath the staircase, and you're guessing that leads down below into the belly of the building. So you sort of clock that as well. As you guys make it through the dining room, you do see Chungo and Allie, aka Jason Big Boots, eyeing all the fine dining ware in there greedily and whispering to one another, elbowing each other. If you didn't know better, sorry, go ahead.
It's just running like under their breath. At least wait.
They both stop whispering and try to pull it together. Hey, Kat, welcome in. So for the rest of the next couple hours, you guys are just going to be setting up and preparing the food and setting up all the accoutrement for this party. First thing that you guys will be doing is just unloading a lot of the stuff from your boxes and containers and setting it all up. So you'll be moving a lot of stuff around the room. So I'm going to give you a couple of just skill challenges straight up, and we'll see how the prep work generally goes as a result of that. So first thing I need for you to do is roll me a strength save, please.
Save?
Yes. We'll do this as saves. These will be saves representing...
Let's
Ooh,
go.
natural
Let's
20. Go. Off to a good
yes.
start. Just as you had done previously with the bachelor party, your efficient and just natural strength makes you someone that everyone else can rely upon. At any point where it looks like your compatriots might falter, not Tavian or Polly necessarily, but Polly is a bit sleepy. You are picking up the slack and doing so in an effortless manner that just makes it feel like you are two people for the price of one. You can see in the sous chef Wilfer's eyes that you are quite the impressive presence. Later on, once everything is set up, about an hour later, you're being tasked with prepping some of the meals, and you'll be dicing a lot of vegetables for specific in big bins, so that they can be used for quick cooking later. Um, as you are doing this, I need you to make a general. This will be just a general dexterity or sleight of hand roll. Nice.
Right.
Okay, with the dirty 20, you successfully managed to prep all of these veg without incident. Um, and as Wilfer inspects your work, he's pleased, and you can see that although this is second nature to Tavian and Polly, and Chungo actually does seem to have a little bit of just like basic home cook experience. He does seem to be learning off of you, and if nothing else, Allie is a skilled enough liar that she's just copying what you guys are doing, and is making a good go of it too. No incidents, no one cuts themselves or really messes anything up. So later on in the day, everyone's making some of they're doing some test runs of some of the meals for all the newbies. Chef Heckles is going through this stuff, and the newbies are being tested to sort of see how well they can cook this stuff. Midway through one of Allie's cooks, she gets very nervous and you get the idea that this is the first time she's ever cooked chicken before. She's being tasked with cooking some, and she turns to you and asks, "How do you know? How do you know when chicken is done?" And you've had your experience of cooking, but this is one of those things that an experienced chef has a way of knowing, has their own method for cooking it, and can be a little bit up to their own personal habits. So I'd like you to make a wisdom save here. Okay, great.
Feels accurate.
So yeah, you give Allie, to the best of your ability, you recite back what you know about how to make sure it's cooked through. And she gets it done, but she kind of overcooks it to be safe, so it's a little burned on the outside. It tastes good, the flavoring is there, but the chef, neither the sous or head chef are particularly impressed with her and are a little disappointed that you didn't give her better advice. But it's passable, and they walk you through a better way of making sure and just like go through. Yeah, it's a little bit dry, but they're going to walk you through it and give you some close things. So for the most part, things pass on without incident. Is there anything you would like to do while you are setting up for the rest of the morning, or before we cut back to the others?
I mean, unless there's any more like casing, I think if I can sort of make an excuse about like, if we're going to be passing things, doing another sweep to really try to get the lay of the land, sort of under the guise of being like, you don't want to keep people waiting. What's the fastest route? That kind of stuff. But like, yeah, just continuing to case the joint. Oh, and invest. Are the skewers actually on cutlasses?
They are on little wooden carved cutlasses. They aren't real cutlasses.
I was so excited.
So based on what you're doing just normally without having to excuse yourself, you immediately familiarize yourself with the dining room area, the adjacent room, which is a large sitting room, where Scorch probably retires, but with a big fireplace and tells tales with his friends and has drinks and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And also the outside area, the kitchen directly has a door that leads outside to the main area where all of the tables and where the reception and where the appetizers will be served and everything like that.
Okay.
So those areas you'll be super familiar with yourself. In order to get a sense of any other areas of the house, you would need to come up with an excuse and do so that way.
I think maybe the excuse would be, knowing where the facilities are, both for in case staff need to find out, or if I need to direct any inebriated guests.
Sure. The you're informed that the facilities that you will be using are and the guests will be using as well are an outhouse outside, sort of far on the other side of the house from the
Like on the
gazebo.
town side.
Not on the town side per se, but on the to the north side of the house, I should say. So if the door to the house is on the west side, then it is on the north side, and by the river.
Got it. And then the only other thing I think is if there's a lull, like we get like a little break or something, and no one yells at me, I might try to like go just admire the library and try to see if I can notice anything weird in there, particularly on the heavily painted wall
Okay.
or bookshelf.
Well, if you excuse yourself to use the facilities, they're going to instruct you to go out the side door to get out that way and go around the house that way. Um, However, you might be able to re-enter the house from the front and do so at that point, if you would like to.
Yes, I would.
Okay. So you find out where the outhouses are for reference, and then decide that you're going to move around the house back to the front and re-enter through the front door. And you find yourself in the foyer. There are people milling about. You see Scorch now up on the balcony, talking to Horatio. They seem to be going. Scorch seems to be going over some of his requests for the best man speech, and it seems like Horatio looks a little henpecked at the moment by these. Both of them seem a little bit agitated, perhaps out of nervousness for the day ahead. Neither of them seems to notice you. You are able to look inside, stroll casually into the library for a second, and give me just a general investigation roll. Okay. With a 14, there's a lot of different books in here, and all you're really able to piece together from this cursory glance, realizing you don't want to overstay your welcome too long in here, is that there are a lot of books about winemaking and alcohol and spirits and that sort of thing, and not just about how-tos, but also the history of them. It seems like some of these are well kept and ancient, along with some newer stuff as well. So this library has a specific focus, or whoever started this collection, it has a specific love of winemaking. And
anything catch my eye that seems like it would be about blood wine or grog or I guess, but that's the one that's I think we're most curious about.
Yeah, I mean, there are a ton of books that a lot of them have sort of like an encyclopedic quality to them. And there are two books that seem to be like big fat books about explainers, a lot of about different kinds of wine. One of them seems a little bit dense, and the other one seems to be for beginners. And in on the denser side, there's a book called Oenological Odyssey, a gastronomic discourse on the quintessence of terroir and vinification, by Eldarion Elisarian, vinicultural virtuoso. That's what it says. The binding of it is like, thank God the book is so wide, because that's a mouthful. And you also see another book that has been laid out on a coffee table near a flower in a vase that says Baldrin's Big Book of Drinkin' by Baldrin Stoneharp. And on the cover is a picture of a smiling dwarven bard holding a wine glass filled with red wine. When you see it, you sort of squint and you feel like a little headache coming on. Make a intelligence save.
Ooh. I don't like that.
Didn't Gideon used to travel with the dwarven bard? Was he named Baldrin? That couldn't be him, could it?
Ronnie sort of shakes their head. His heads back, and if they can look like they're helping out as people are milling in the foyer and try to eavesdrop, they will. But otherwise, I think just that'll do it for me.
Yeah, as you start to head back to the foyer, you see Chef Heckles coming out of the dining room and pointing to you and pointing back in the kitchen. Not a word, just, get back to work. He's doesn't seem like he's in a bad mood yet, but he always sort of seems like he's, a couple bad sneezes away from being one. With that, you go about your business for the rest of the day, and things continue without incident. Now we will return back to the other party members who are still at this point at the Squawking Sailor, the inn and tavern where you guys are currently staying. It's a little bit. It's an hour or so before the wedding, and you guys have had your breakfast and have been able to go over and prep however you like. And now we're in the process of getting ready to head over. So anything you guys would like to do now is the time to do so. Last looks before the big event. So yeah, I'll turn things over to you, and then when you guys want to head over, just let me know, and we'll take it from there.
Should I'm gonna ask this for Wei. Should I still turn into a rabbit, or would you like me to like turn into some kind of weird bird or something as a pet instead? I feel like rabbits aren't very helpful.
Yeah. What do you got?
Oh, what do I got? I got anything you need. I assume a bird would be the most kind of helpful. I could do some scoping out of the area generally, and you could be like a tamer of some kind. It gives you some cool points as well.
Yeah, you could do like a parrot, like a cool looking Feywild parrot, so we can show off about how we went and closed that portal yesterday.
I can do parrot.
What about a flamingo? Those are pretty.
I get the feeling bringing a flamingo into a wedding probably
Yeah, that might be a
wouldn't-
little. That's not very stealth.
It
It would
one of
fit
those
the colors.
fancy pins that old ladies wear on their hats.
So dead?
Wait. What if you
No,
what
like
if
the
you
light
dress up? What if
bird.
you wild shape like the porp?
That's a good
Porp was
question. The porp
adorable.
wasn't a beast, though. It was some kind of
But could you look
fey creature.
like a bird that looks like a porp?
That's a good question. I can try. Do I try that right now? Do we have time? What time does the wedding begin?
What's the invite
Uh,
say, Finn?
What a question that I totally remember the answer to.
If I remember correctly, let me just pull up the timeline here. I believe your arrival is at noon. That's when you're supposed to be
Okay.
there.
And is it still 6 in the morning for
Oh.
us?
It's about an hour. I mean, this is all sort of nebulous here because I wanted to. This can be happening simultaneously with Ronnie's stuff. You guys can have as much time or as little as you need to get ready in the morning. I just want to, since we have a lot to get to, give you time to. This is sort of that nebulous time.
Right.
So yeah, anything you guys need to do, you have exactly that amount of time.
I can trial run turning into a porp if you'd like me to. Wait.
If you want to do it.
Why not? I will try and turn into a porp.
Okay. In this case, you will be able to manage a transformation. However, what you'll become is more of a fat pigeon. So you don't really, a porp doesn't really look that different from a fat pigeon. It's sort of almost exactly the same. You just don't have the stat sheet or abilities of a porp. You don't have like unlimited reactions and the ability to block people. You are
Right.
are
That makes
ostensibly you could easily be mistaken for a porp unless someone was like very skilled in knowledge about them or something.
Okay.
Wait, now you got to
Well.
do the little dance.
A
Oh
word.
boy. Yeah, I take a couple of steps forward and like start to bob my head and like furrow my brows.
I'm triggered.
Uh,
I think it's working then. Yeah, we should definitely do this. Great
Okay.
idea.
Wait, what's the thought process here?
You're
Again, I don't know. People say it's like a weird fey creature. We can say like we bested it and we conquered it and we made it our pet.
or
Okay.
it's like Oz's little brother or something. They look kind of the
That's
same.
racist.
What are you talking? What do you mean?
I should let you guys know that I cannot do anything that the porp could.
That's fine.
Not with
They
that
don't have to know
attitude.
that.
You can dance?
Yeah, you can dance. Kel, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Dexterity.
You feel
Wait, it's a save, so you get 12 plus 4.
yeah, because you're by way. You feel a horrible presence upon you. At first, you're worried that the real porp has come to reclaim its identity, but instead, Eddie leaps from the shadows beneath Oz's bed and immediately pounces upon you, sinking his claws into you.
Oh my
doing-
god, the pain. The agony. Eddie, it's me.
Doing 2
No, that's a
damage.
friend.
Eddie is too enraptured with his new toy, putting his back talons onto it and clawing viciously.
How many hit points do I have as
Oh my
this
gosh.
bird?
So I don't know. That's a good question. Let's see how many. What does a raven have? That's kind of
Just play dead. He'll lose interest eventually.
I don't think that's how this works.
Okay. Yeah, you are knocked out of wild shape by Eddie.
Oh, because the raven only has one hit point.
Raven only has 1 hit.
Oh my.
You become Kel again, and you have Eddie clinging to your head, looking confused.
Bad kitty. Bad kitty.
Eddie
maybe we should
hisses
think
and
of a
leaps
different
down.
plan.
Ozzy holds out his arms for Eddie to jump into. Oh, come here, sweetie. It's okay. Eddie.
Don't give him positive reinforcement for that.
Eddie leaps
Yeah.
into your
You'll
arms.
catch the orb.
Oz, make a Constitution save.
No.
Don't forget +4.
Yeah, even
Not
though
bad.
Eddie is extremely heavy and lands like directly on your face, his belly is on your face and his hands are atop your head, you manage to stand still. Your love for Eddie overpowers any threat.
Oz's cat, he might be getting used to it.
I'm going back to bed for an hour. That was a waste of a wild shape.
I'm sorry.
All right, good night.
You tried.
Bye.
While Kel is sleeping, is anyone else doing anything?
Oz is putting the finishing touches on the little matching ties for himself and Eddie.
Okay.
Yeah,
What-
probably just getting fancied up, I guess.
Okay. Did you decide what you're wearing, Finn?
Yes. I think
Costume
I already shared that last time.
Yeah, it was the red dress in chat.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And that means that Wei is wearing his pink tie and the rest of his
Yeah.
attire, right?
I'm doing like a black suit with this pink tie that matches Finn's skin tone.
Right. Okay. So you guys take the time you need to get ready. Is there anything else you guys need to do before we head over? Okay. So after Kel gets back up and everyone else is dressed to the nines, you make your way over to the front gates. Kel, what form are you going to take now?
If you want to do a hawk, I
I'm doing a hawk. No more no more of these shenanigans.
And are you sticking close to Wei, or are you sort of just like casing the joint?
Yeah, I'll
in the air?
perch. I'll perch on Wei's arm.
Okay.
As they go up to the wedding.
Okay. Now Oz, you're bringing Eddie, and Oz is the only one without a formal invitation, correct?
It's Bird Kid. Is Bird Kid not just invited everywhere?
We shall see. So you guys make your way to the gates, and unfortunately, you are met with two familiar faces when you get to the gate. It is Bill Caven, the Minotaur, and Doozer, his Weasley human sidekick, Wei, who you remember from the poker incident at the bachelor party as well. These guys are standing watch now, checking guest invitations. They let a couple other people inside right before you, and then they spot you guys. Bill Caven first begins to speak. Well. If it isn't the town malcontents, what mess have you gotten yourselves into this time?
Malcontents is a strong word.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I guess I should address you as the fine lady of the stage. I've heard Scorch took a liking to you.
She's just looking pompous.
Doozer, the human guy, is gonna turn to his accomplice and be like, we shouldn't even let him in. We shouldn't let him in, right? They're gonna cause trouble. I know it.
I mean, if you want to piss off Scorch, go right ahead. He knows we're coming.
He doesn't care about you. He only cares about her.
Well, the invite said +1, so Here he is.
Yeah, +1. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 2, well, 4, because animals is half.
Yeah.
So 5,
Yeah,
4.
Wade's just like looking around, like. Can you see invisible people? Can you see dead people? How the?
Right.
Math
Why
ain't
don't you
mathin'.
just show us the invitation so we can get the show on the road, eh?
Gladly. She'll hand it to them.
All right. And this one here is your +1.
Yep, bird's part of the package.
I don't see nothing about that on here.
Are you telling me I can't bring a cool ass bird as a wedding gift to Scorch?
Wait.
Look, I've got
Which
him
bird
trained
you
in
mean?
everything.
Do you mean the kenku or the one on your shoulder? Because pets, I think, is
point-
okay. It is outdoors after all. But
Oh.
we got 2 in
Oh, no,
here.
don't worry. I have my own ways. I have my own invite.
Where's
Oh, no.
that?
I believe it is a standing invite for the bird kid.
Oh, shit. Everyone does love the bird kid. What are we gonna do? Well, I don't
You're
know.
going to deny the bird kid at the door?
Yeah, you think that'll fly over good with Scorch? I don't think so.
Wait. All right. Look, we got 2 conflicting ideas here. One is nobody gets in without an invite. And 2, who wants to be the guy who turned away the bird kid at the door? Ugh. All right, dudes,
Listen.
go inside, talk to Horatio, see what's up. It'll just be a few minutes. Why do I gotta go? Just do it. I'll stay here and watch him. He
Oz
goes.
is standing there with his little arms crossed.
Does
takes
Oz
about-
also have his shades on?
Yep, he's tapping his little foot. He looks rather impatient at the moment.
Oh, good.
I turn back to Oz and I'm like, Bird Kid, I am so sorry. They do not appreciate you and they do not deserve you.
Yeah, this is
I know,
really
I-
unacceptable.
What
I
does
should
the
just head
bird
back
kid
into
even
town
do?
and let everyone know that I was not invited to this wedding. No one will show up then.
I'm sorry, what does Bird Kid do?
Yeah, I've not
Fucking
seen him.
Bird
I've seen
Kid?
you all walk around here, but he just seems to be a kid in a funny outfit.
I'm sorry, do you know who I am? I am the bird kid.
I know,
No one
but I
told
just
you
don't.
about
I don't
me?
understand what you do.
He
You,
soars
live in
above the
swamp or
sky.
something?
The very sun bows before him. He has defeated the sandwich and the giant fucking dinosaur. He even tamed the porp. How dare?
Make a persuasion check. With advantage because that was good.
I was gonna say, is Oz helping here?
He doesn't need to. 14 and 14. He's like, look, I'm not arguing that he's great. I've heard nothing but great things. I'm just saying I ain't never seen it. I'd like to see it. I hope he does the things you say. Ugh.
Well, he ain't gonna see it
Doing
if
it
you
right
turn me
fucking
away.
now. Open your eyes.
What? He's just standing there. He's holding a cat.
Excuse you, this is Eddie. The cat has a name.
Oh, why would I know that?
Why would you not know it? Seriously, where have you been?
All right, you
He
guys are
turns
just
to Finn and just shakes his head, just like he doesn't get it.
you guys
Well,
are just
not
fucking
him.
with me. Just
The
let's all stop
disrespect.
talking because this is making me head hurt. Been drinking a lot. You guys wait what seems like an interminable amount of time. Even other people other guests are getting in, and you guys are sort of staying to the side awkwardly. Some of the fine ladies who are in town being invited to the wedding see you and giggle to one another as you guys are standing outside, not being let in. After about 25 minutes pass, eventually Doozer comes back with his hands in his pockets, not making any effort to get down this path in a timely manner. Well, took you long enough. I couldn't find Horatio. What? You've been in there all that time. But I did talk to Scorch. Oh, all right. Well, what'd he say? He wasn't sure. But then he knocked through the door, and he had me walk with them, and he talked to Sarandis, and she got all excited and said she wanted to see the bird kid. So the bird kid can come. He pulls out another invitation and hands it to you, Oz.
Oz will happily take it and slide it into his hat.
All right, there you go. Sorry about the delay. Enjoy yourselves. Have a nice time.
So I'm gonna let everyone know you held up Bird Kid at the door.
Hey,
I
just
am
doing
not
your
coming
job.
next time, and I'm letting everyone know.
So you make your way inside, inside the gates anyway. But it seems like they have guards pointing everyone around to the side of the house rather than inside directly. Off to the side where there are a bunch of chairs set up, tables, and the caterers are out passing out hors d'oeuvres. You do see some familiar faces. You see Ronnie working. You see Connix. Actually, I don't know if you guys have met Connix or if only Ronnie has, but Connix is there and his sister is there. You see you see Chungo, of course, and Allie, or not Allie, but someone who looks strangely like Allie, but with a nose and mustache that are not hers. You try to avoid giving that away or eyeing it too much, but you do see the familiar faces there as well, as well as a lot of other guests and people milling about. You do seem to be some of the last to arrive because you were delayed so much. But there's, you haven't missed anything. It's still in a pre-wedding cocktail hour. It's actually really nice. The sun is shining. There are a few clouds gusting by to give a little bit of cover. And there's some shade by the side of the house and in the gazebo. And people are milling about, chatting nicely. As you guys are walking, you see Wei and Finn, you see Lillipod, the fashionista toad, who is gossiping loudly with what appears to be her friend, a papucci, the same kind of species as Pug, who is named Paulina Fuzzworth. You overhear that she works as the society editor for the Jerixbon fish wrapper. You know this because Lillipod keeps mentioning it at length. This is the local newspaper that this Papucci Paulina works for. As you hear them gossiping loudly, you hear Lillipod talking about the awful murder of the Jesuits, mentioning it over and over again. Oh, it was just awful, awful, I tell you. She's smiling all the while. And I'd hate for my name to be wrapped up in the story about it. Even if it were talking about how I took over the shop, and now it's doing better than ever. As they gossip loudly and speak of the murder, you also see what you haven't seen in these parts before, but it looks to be a very small fairy who is sneakily buzzing about them. I need some perception checks from whoever would like to make them as the fairy buzzes about.
A fairy? Like a small one or like a big
Oh.
one?
I know why Wei
A small one.
immediately clocks the fairy.
A small one?
Why is that?
Remember his nightmare with the little like creepy pixie thing?
Yeah, right. Yeah. This fairy seems much smaller than that one, but just the memory of that does give you pause, and you start to like get a little, try to make your way closer for fear that this could be related to your nightmare that Fabian told you about. Cal, with your eagle eyes, yeah, you're also spying on this fairy as well. As you get closer, Way, you see that you hear Fabian who seems to be sitting inside an easy boy inside your, or a lazy boy recliner inside your head, wearing reading glasses and reading a newspaper and smoking a pipe, saying, "No, that's not her," and then going back to his business. You sort of breathe a sigh of relief, but then you notice something from your life as a erstwhile con man, and both you and Kel, you can see that as she buzzes about, happily gossiping with these two ladies. Oh, that's ever so terrible. Oh, tell me more. You realize that she is robbing these women blind, stealing jewelry from their handbags and off their persons at an alarming rate. The other women are, Lillipod is specifically like, "Oh, I know, Olette. Isn't it just the worst? Oh my, look at you!" She immediately spots you, Way, and then sees Finn near your side. "Well, if it isn't the second happiest couple in all of Jarek Spawn." She comes over and starts fussing with you and straightening your attire, while also damply staining it with her constantly wet fingers, and pulls you guys over to Paulina, the society editor, and starts bragging about her accomplishment in bringing you guys together. "These two were fighting all night and day, and I had to heal them with the power of fashion, and now they're so in love that they're practically spewing out babies as we speak." Oh. You
Listen, I don't know how
Open
frog
his
people
mouth.
do things, but that's not how that works.
Oh, yes, despite her personality, this one loves her very much. She squeezes you together uncomfortably. More uncomfortably, it seems like Paulina is actually making notes of this for an article. Power of fashion. Got it. Do you mind if I put your names in this article?
The internal struggle is, this is publicity. Sure.
She gets your names and she writes them down. The power of love. But please remember,
that's-
I'm the one who brought them together.
Yeah. Waylon with an I. Yeah. A lot of people misspell it, please.
Oh yeah, Waylon with an I. It's easy to misspell. As you,
Schnookums, do you want me to go get you a drink?
She looks shocked, actually.
Yeah, and I say it super dry.
Sure. Sugar plum?
So natural.
Are hawks capable of throwing up?
Do you say that out loud?
No, definitely
That would be
not.
so good. Everyone's like, ah! Way, as you are turning, you feel a little rustling to your side. Make another perception check. And Finn, since you're right next to it, make another perception check. Actually, and any of you can do it who wants to.
We're all here for this.
Yeah, you're all here. I don't assume Oz has wandered too far off.
Oz is totally third wheeling for this.
Yeah, right. And carrying Eddie. Wait, you notice that the fairy Olette, when she buzzed near you, has stolen 5 gold from your pockets.
I'll take her hand and be like, "Hey, tell you what." As I'm like kind of walking, I'll like take her hand and I'll walk with her, and I'll be like, "Tell you what, I'll do you a solid. You can give me my money back. How's that?"
I don't know what you mean, but I won't have you sexually harassing me! She starts shouting at the top of her lungs. Every head at the wedding turns to you, grabbing this fairy.
I just have her hand, and I'm like, "Lady, I can jingle you."
She's she starts to look like she wants to escape. A couple pirate guards come over to you. Hey, is there a problem here?
And I'll try and like whisper, like, "I'll help you with the easy marks."
She turns and looks to you, shocked. Make a persuasion check.
Not bad, not bad.
She with wide eyes turns back to the guards and says, this man sexually harassed me, but this kind man who's holding my hand is going to help me find him. That's more than any of you pirates ever do. Oh! And she buries her tiny head in your pink tie and then blows her nose on it. You brutes!
Yeah.
You firebeards are all alike, sexually harassing fairies left and right just because we're small.
I look up at the guards and I kind of like give them a shake of the head. Just, we gotta believe all women, right, fellas?
Oh,
We gotta be better.
Yeah, I'm woke, aren't you? yeah, I'm woke too. We respect women, okay? You don't respect women. You tried to punch that lady who robbed you last night. No, but that's equal treatment, because I punch a man too. Oh, that's sexist, mate. No, it ain't! And they start fighting. A crowd gathers and people start placing bets, including Lillipod and the society editor. You suddenly recognize that even though this is a fine event, this is still a pirate wedding.
Yeah. As soon as their attention is drawn, I'll like give her a little tap, and then I'll say, "Go time."
She looks excited and buzzes about, immediately robbing everyone who's standing in the crowd.
Did I get my 5 gold back?
Make a sleight of hand check from her. She didn't hand it to you.
Okay.
You get 3 of your 5 gold back. So you're down 2 golds, but you still got away with the situation pretty well. You turn and see Finn, who is sort of standing slightly bemused by the situation, and recognize that you said you would get her a drink.
Yeah, I'll go get it. I'll go get the drinks.
To Oz, she's just gonna be like, well, it looks like we'll have no problem causing distractions.
Yep, I think they'll cause the distractions themselves.
So you go over to the bartender, who is Connix, the kobold, who you don't know personally, but at this point, you do see Ronnie passing food out and hors d'oeuvres and passes by. So if you would like to make contact with Ronnie at this point, you totally can.
Yeah, I'll like kind of tap Ronnie, not on the shoulder, but on like the lower upper arm, like right above the elbow, eye level for me, and I'm like, hey, bud, what's the drink menu look like here?
Oh, hello, sir. With Ronnie and Ria are confused about whether or not we're supposed to know each other.
I'm messing with you. How is everything?
Excellent. Stuffed mushrooms. There's a Scorch's Rum Runner, which is quite deadly. Serendis
Right.
blood wine that has knoll blood in it, and grog, which is what it sounds like.
2 Scorch Rum Runners, and this isn't a code for anything, is it? Because, like, that'd be a good code.
It's not yet, but I guess we could make it one.
Okay. Have you found anything out? What's the vibe?
Everything seems pretty above board. There's a, and they drop their voice more. Looks like a staircase underneath the main staircase that seems like it leads down in the foyer.
Okay.
I don't know if you'll be able to go inside. They don't seem like they're directing folks in there, but maybe if you needed a break from the sun.
Yeah. I can go check it out.
I guess I don't know if we need a signal, but if I hear yelling or screaming, not yelling, because I heard you yelling earlier with that fairy. There was a whole thing, but screaming.
Yeah.
I'll come.
She's woman after my own heart. Let's put it like that. If I encounter trouble, I'll just send Kel out to get you, I guess.
I can
I
give
didn't
like
just
Kel
pick
on
up-
your arm right now.
Yeah, I took Kel with me. I didn't
Oh,
just
wow.
grab a random
Hey.
bird.
Ronnie tries to pet Kel.
Kel gives Ronnie like a huge amount of stink eye. Like if I could say something, I would in this moment.
Ronnie does like a like under the chin like cat rub.
Coodle.
A little scritch.
Yeah.
He hates that it feels so good.
That's what I was gonna say. Damn this! How
but
did she
then
knew I
also-
would love this?
Maybe like tries to like toss a cube of barbecue raptor in the air for him.
I
that
think Kelkin is gonna
cannibalism?
break at this point and just whisper, "You know it's me, right? Like I'm not."
Ronnie gives nothing away about whether they did or didn't know.
Codex turns his head. Can that thing talk?
No,
I
I'm
was-
practicing ventriloquism.
Oh, sick. That looked real.
Yeah. Thanks.
Uh,
That's the first compliment I've gotten.
Conix is gonna take your drink order and make those rum runners for you. And as you wait a bit and you're just sort of like meandering your eyes around the party, you see what looks like a gift table. People are placing their presents and stuff, and you see sort of like amongst there's a bunch of like hulking characters here, most of them wearing like Firebeard garb, but there's a guy in like a light blue tuxedo that is offsetting the dark red of his flesh, and it looks like a tiefling gentleman. And as he turns, you see the unmistakable face of Sable Rogus, the heavy who worked for Finn's dad at the casino.
Shit.
Seeing you, he immediately walks over and directly approaches you. He looks at the drinks, then at the bartender. He's like, "Hey, are those any good?"
I haven't tried it yet. I'll give one a sip.
Very good. Holds out the mushrooms.
I don't want that. He just slaps it away onto the ground.
I'll eat it off the ground.
Ugh. There are all sorts of weirdos in here. He turns and he starts talking to Conix. Ask him to make a specialty drink. Make an insight check here, Wayland.
Yep.
You might be going crazy and losing your marbles, but he did not seem to recognize you at all. You feel Fabian pounding at the side of your temple. This might be something we need to talk about.
A bathroom. I gotta hit the bathroom. Bird. Can you go to Finn? And I'll like kind of shake Kel to go fly to Finn for a second.
I guess I'll just nod and fly. I'll do a couple of circles around the wedding as a whole before I head to Finn.
Sure.
Okay.
You do some circles around the house. You don't really see anything out of the ordinary. Peeking in the windows, you do see Scorch and Horatio getting ready in their respective rooms on the second floor. You just look like a bird going by. You're able to scope out whatever you'd like, but nothing that you really haven't seen aside from all the wedding guests and all the business of just having a ceremony. But nothing really suspicious compared to the last time you surveilled the place in bird form. Where are you headed?
I'm heading inside, looking for a bathroom. Saying I'm looking for a bathroom, but I'm looking for any place where I can kind of be alone and panic.
Ronnie, are you going to inform him where it is? If not, Connix probably, or one of the other staff probably will.
Yeah. Sorry, I can show you where to go.
Yeah. Great. Yeah. Perfect.
I guess we'll head around sort of the corner of the house.
Yeah. So you head back between past all the people who are standing by, behind them, and around the corner of the house, around the back of the house, and then to the other side where there's the outhouse.
If you actually want to go inside, you'll have to maybe sneak in, maybe try going around the front again, or possibly through the kitchen. Since Connix is on the bar duty, he might not notice, but the sous chef might.
Yeah, right. Shit. Fuck.
Are you okay? Is the rum runner bad?
No, that almost made up. It's fine. I'll have to tell you later.
Okay.
Do me a favor, that guy, the Teef guy, don't let him and Finn talk.
I'll do what I can. And Ronnie heads back to sort of keep an eye and try to run passive interference if they can.
As you make your way back, you see this guy that Waylon warned you about turning with his beverage that Connix had made for him and immediately catching eye of Finn.
I'll try to position myself in his line of sight with raptor chunks. Raptor?
Okay, so the way this is going to work is that you're sort of like, Finn is in between you both at this angle right now. So Finn, I'd like you get the sense that you've got eyes on the back of your head, but you're kind of just watching the fight and hanging out with Oz right now. So why don't you give me a perception check to see if you see him, or if you think to look. Okay, so you're sort of preoccupied. Ronnie, you step in front with some raptor puffs, He's going
And I
to.
try to do it loudly so that Finn clocks something going on.
Okay, great. Finn, make another perception check on whether you hear. Actually, I think you would just naturally turn because you would hear Ronnie, and you haven't interacted with Ronnie yet. So you turn and see Ronnie, and right behind Ronnie is Sable, who you haven't seen in, I guess, probably like whatever the last time you saw Way was. So months and months and months ago.
Yeah, like almost a year, I think.
Yeah.
Canonically.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's going to push past and just sort of like ignore Ronnie and just sort of step towards you.
Can I slightly try to resist this? Like, I don't want it to look like I'm trying to start a fight or anything, but like, I'm not easy to push past.
Right. I think that depends on. Yeah, I mean, he's not going to physically push past you so much as he's going to put one hand on your back and sort of move around you. You know what I mean? Like he's not gonna like physically shove you. He's just going to like try to be like no and move around you. He's single-mindedly focused on approaching Finn.
I'll do my best to disrupt his line of sight so that she can do something if she wants to, but I'm also not going to cause a scene.
Okay,
Well,
Finn, how are you going to respond?
She already saw him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, immediately also trying to push past Ronnie for a different reason.
Holding the kebabs above their head. Oh, okay. Oh no.
Yeah, make a sleight of hand for your kebabs. Perfect, as
So
usual. Dirty 20 on kebabs.
Kebabs are really the priority here.
So now, are you pushing past Ronnie to get closer to Rogus?
I mean, yeah, knowing Ronnie's stature, Finn isn't, unaware of that challenge, but yes, kind of trying to push past, because she's immediately gonna get in his face.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I wasn't sure if you were pushing to get away. I wanted to clarify that. So,
no.
Which did not seem like Finn. So, what's happening is Ronnie is standing, but like you guys are sort of face to face. He's a bit taller than you, but you're still like eyes locked, and Ronnie is holding a tray above you guys, trying to hover and be helpful to you if possible, but you guys are mostly like laser focused. Finn.
What the fuck are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question.
I don't. She's too angry for words. What? Are
He
you
reaches
friends with
his
Torch
arms
now or
out
something?
like he's going to give you a hug.
Oh hell no. Now she's gonna push Ronnie in front of him.
Ronnie, make a dex save.
A death save?
Dex save.
Oh, okay.
Not death saving throw. Yeah.
I was like,
a skewer falls. No one really sees it, but you get a sense of inner shame.
Oh no! Sorry, sir. Like bumping into him.
he hugs you by sort of habit. And then releases.
He hugs me?
Yeah, because he was going in for the hug on her, and you sort of get there, so he just sort of like wraps his arm around you. No, that's not what I was trying to.
I pat him on the back.
No, all right,
Oh.
get out of here, all right? We don't want
Okay.
any shrimp puffs or whatever you got, okay? Great. I mean, it's been a while, but, you know, I'm just, you know, here for the wedding. I'm getting that you're angry at me here.
Oh, really? You're picking that up?
Yeah, I am a little bit. Not normally good about that kind of thing, but I'm getting the vibe.
So what? You came crawling to Scorch after what? After what?
No. I mean, I don't really know the guy. I'm here on business, you know.
Business for who?
Well, your family, you know. Wanted to send a representative, but feelings are a bit, you know, how they are with Scorch. So maybe you don't. I don't know. I mean, how bad could they be if you're here? Do you know him? That could be good. They sent me as a gesture, drop a present. Points to the gift table, but yeah, I mean, if you're here, maybe that's a good sign. That's good. I think
So
the folks would be pleased to know you're still helping the family. They thought you were done. Well, your dad, I think, thinks you're done.
so you're just working for them again now? Just like that, just
Oh, got to stay employed somehow. You know what it's like out here.
listen. I know what you did.
What I did when.
When she's like looking around, realizing that they are in public still. I know you said, wait, I mean, Darvis up, okay? Stop bullshitting me right now.
Hey, come on. That's old business, you know. The guy's as good as dead. If he's not dead already, he's gonna be dead. So,
What the what do you mean?
I mean, look, I don't know all the details, okay? I try to stay on a need-to-know basis, because I know one thing. When you keep asking questions, your name gets put on a list, right? I'm a gun, all right? I get pointed in a direction, and I do what I'm told, right? So, that's all I was doing that night, right? So no hard feelings. I know you like the guy, but your dad did not. That's that. That's all it was. I thought he was kind of a dick, but you know, he's gone now. All I know is that certain people we made very angry that night. You know, they're the kind of people who stay angry. So,
You mean you. Also, glad to know you're still just as pathetic as ever.
what do you mean? I'm doing well for myself. Look at this outfit.
Okay, it's kind of nice. But that doesn't really matter.
It matters a little. I mean, I spent a lot of money on it. Well, I didn't, but it cost a lot of money. Look,
She's trying.
I'm glad
yeah.
to see you. I get you mad, you know. Maybe it'll take some time to cool off, but I'm fine, you know. We're all fine, and we're I'm sure your parents would be happy to see you. So, you know, drop them a line sometime. I'll be happy with the work you did here. Happy you're still working for the family.
Who said that? First of all, second of all,
I just get the vibe, you know. They miss you.
Not that I'm still working for the family. I'm working for myself now, actually.
Oh, sure. But I mean, clearly, you saw an opportunity here. Scorch used to do business with your dad. Used to, I don't know, have a thing for your mom. It's complicated, I know, but you saw an opportunity and you weaseled your way in. I know invitations to this thing aren't easy to come by, so.
Yeah, well, not everyone needs to kiss someone's ass to make a life for themselves.
Yeah, well, some people are born into luck. Others people have to make their own. So you do what you need to do to get by. Good seeing you, Finn. Save me a dance, huh?
What?
He walks away. He downs his drink. All right, now we're going to cut back to Wei, who is hiding in an outhouse. No, he's by the outhouse though. All right, Wei. So
Yeah.
are you speaking
he's just-
to Fabian now?
Yeah,
Or you just
I'm having a
taking a
panic
sec?
attack by the outhouse. It's fine. Yeah.
Fabian is going to pop out to you now, so that only you can see him. And he's not gonna be doing like an outfit or anything like that. That's how you can sort of tell he's serious. He's just sort of appearing in his generic form that you know him best and picture him in. And well, I didn't expect to see him. Did you?
Out of all the people from Arcane Aces, last person on my list. Hell, the creepy dragon guy, he was on the list above Sable.
Listen. I think what we just had, though, is something of a blessing. Perhaps a literal blessing, as used to be, something of a literal god. I hadn't fully explained to you the terms of our arrangement, as it hadn't seemed particularly relevant until just now, but he did not see the person that you were. He
Come
only
again?
saw Whale. A person he's never met. When you begged for someone to help you, and I heard your prayers, and I imbued my power in you, we formed a sort of bond that has kept me with you ever since. Perhaps more so than I even realized it would happen, but the nature of such was that you needed an escape from those who were pursuing you, a new identity, and you found someone whose identity you could take. At first, I was merely playing a prank on you when you stumbled into my woods, showing you a body that made you think of yourself, but it was merely a trick of the eyes. But when I understood you, reached into your mind, I found a kindred spirit. I don't know why I did what I did, but maybe in disparity to my nature, I wanted to help. And so I gave you what you sought. Waylon was one of my most devout paladins, but he was something of a spoil sport, not very much fun. We have much more fun. He was a bit of a stick in the mud. But
Yeah,
Those-
that's the impression I got.
those who knew him truly loved him. And I thought it was wrong that they be robbed of a person they loved. Or it would be wrong that your family would be robbed of someone that they loved. And so I sort of have it by fusing myself with you, so to speak. I've had it so it sort of works both ways. Most people who knew you, when they see you, they see Darvis. And most people who knew him see Wayland. But your pursuers, well, they see whoever is most valuable for keeping you safe. And I suppose that includes this Sable Rogus. So when he saw you now, he saw nothing but a complete stranger. So, you're welcome, I suppose, but I'm sorry if this is a bit of a shock.
Yeah, Waylon has gone from having a panic attack by the outhouse to, like, wall sitting on the outhouse, jaw dropped.
On the plus side, if you see your family again, they should recognize you. Well, I hope.
Oh, yeah, okay, I think I can work with this, yeah. You know, I thought, like, I was, like, high on something when that whole, like, thing happened with the body. Okay, yeah, I can work with this, yeah, okay.
As Kel, as you're sort of soaring around, you see on one side Finn looking like she's about to slug this guy, and then you soar around to see what Way is doing, knowing he probably would like to know, and you see him sort of talking to himself, slumped on the side of an outhouse. What's your instinct?
Fuck, to listen or not to listen? I think Wei told me to go hang out by Finn. I won't directly approach Finn, but I think if there's anyone whose convo I'll be catching, it'll be theirs, not Wei's, because
Okay.
I've been given instructions.
Okay, so you after Sable walks away from Finn, you fly down and like land on her head or shoulder, whichever you prefer.
Probably not head, because I know she will turn me into hawk fillet.
Good choice.
Finn, you feel talons grab your shoulder.
For a second, she moves as if she's going to like hit it, but then it's like, oh, Kel, she's.
Oz, you either are aware of what just happened with Finn, or are watching the fight. Up to you, depending on how oblivious you'd like to be in this situation.
Oz is oblivious to actual things party members are saying. He's just enjoying watching the drama of everything going on nearby, with a snack and a drink, being very loud eating them.
Yeah, the other caterers, especially Tavian and Polly, when they see you, keep coming over and giving you snacks.
Every once in a while, Oz will gesture to them like, "Come on, more."
Tavian is a mixture of proud of his culinary prowess and annoyed that he's being ordered around, but he seems to be enjoying himself.
I'll just whisper in Finn's ear real quick that I'll tell her that, Wei seems to be having some trouble by the outhouse, and that, I didn't want to intrude, but you seem to know him a lot better than I do, so I thought I should just let you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I
not
thought-
like outhouse kind of trouble, by the way. I feel like I should specify that.
Yeah, right? What are you saying?
He's got IBS.
Oh, how can you just say that in the middle of the party?
Hot girl tummy problems. Yeah, there's like a lot of mental gymnastics mechanics happening right now in her head. But I think she's gonna walk over there.
Okay.
Way's probably finally
A
like
little-
straightening himself up.
Menacingly.
Should I stay on your shoulder or should I leave? I think Kella's getting the murderous vibe coming off of
Yeah.
Finn.
I don't know. I might need an angel on my shoulder.
Kella's terrified, but he stays.
Oz, are you gonna follow or are you gonna hang out?
Oz is having a great time just watching. If the party is in immediate danger, I'll head over. But right now he's eating snacks and giving some to Eddie.
Okay, great. Okay, so you head over and Fabian, who's facing towards the house, catches a sight of Finn and pops back in your head and says, "Don't look now, but you might have some explaining to do. Good luck."
Cool. Turn around.
You see Finn.
I was gonna bring the drinks.
Uh-huh. So I'm gonna take a wild guess here and say that you noticed our old friend.
Yes. Yeah. Funny thing, he doesn't recognize me.
What do you mean?
Came over here
Like-
for a private chat. I don't look like me to him, so he doesn't know I'm here.
Well, I guess that's a good thing since you seem to be in a lot of trouble with some mysterious creepy men or something.
Yeah, some apparently serial predator. Yeah.
So it's not the weird ex-girlfriend fairy that's chasing you then. Unless that's also happening too.
No, I think that's a twofer. Oh, that's what you're referring to. Yeah, no, yeah, remember when I told you that I'm pretty sure I'm being hunted? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm being hunted.
And I just don't understand why you wouldn't tell me that.
I thought I did?
Yeah, but not
I-
like
I-
not like the part about my dad. Like that's new and important information. At least Sable said he was just following orders, and I can only imagine one person that was coming from.
Yeah. No, that's yeah.
It's not like I guess I shouldn't really be surprised, right? Nobody tells me anything ever. Everyone's a liar.
You're yeah. That was a dick move of me, and it wasn't fair.
I guess it makes sense though now why you might not trust me. I guess why would you? From what I've currently just put together, my dad tried to kill you for I don't know, because I was having a good time, I was happy. I don't know why he does the things he does, to be honest with you. This is a new low. Though.
It might just be my face. We could just hope it's my face. Apparently I do that to people sometimes.
It's a little punchable.
You don't have to be generous. I know it's punchable. I know you want to punch me in the face.
If it wasn't for the nice dress, maybe. She is going to take out her knife and just kind of look at it for a second. Are they by the cliff at all?
You're on sort of a raised area. That's on the, let me ping it for you, the north side of the house. You're over here. You
Okay.
came from this side and walked to the back of the house here. So you're sort of in like there's like a little embankment. It's not super high, but you are by the river.
Okay. Yeah. She's gonna just kind of silently trail off and walk over to the ledge of it.
I'll just... Yeah, I'm gonna stay kind of watching from a respectable distance.
She thinks about it for a couple of long minutes. And then she chucks the knife as hard as she can off the ledge into the river.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait, was
you're
that
down.
the sentimental dagger?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you see it sinking below the surface of the water and in the flow of the river, and it's gone. As far as you can tell, it's gone.
All right. After that, I think she's just gonna walk back over. Over to Wei, and just... I want to trust you, but you have to let me.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like still kind of shocked, and you see him just kind of look over your shoulder to where you like chucked the knife and then back to you. Just yeah, no more secrets. Zone of truth with you.
She does smile a little bit at that. Okay, deal. And like sort of forces him to shake her hand.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Well, what exactly are we doing about our old friend?
Do we think he's in league with Scorch at all? Is he like borrowed hire? Is he on the hunt? how important is he to why we're here?
I don't know. Maybe I'm just thrown off now. He said he was here to drop off
I
a
s-
present. That can mean one
Okay.
of two things. That could mean it's a present and my dad's going senile, or it could be something else. She does like kind of like an explodey hand motion.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know.
mean,
Spitballing here, you know? I don't know anything anymore, so that's all I got.
So we could just do a quick sweep of the guest table. See if you find anything that you recognize. If it's nothing that's gonna blow our cover, I say we leave it. And we get to business. Wedding business. Normal wedding business.
Mm-hmm. Super normal wedding business.
Yeah, like getting the drinks that I left at the table. Shit.
Please.
Yep, I'll go get drinks.
All right. With that, I assume you two are heading back around, and we will take our break now. And it seems the ceremony is likely to begin shortly. Thank you all for that, and yeah, we will be right back. All right, we're back. As you guys rejoin the rest of the wedding guests and head over and pick up your drinks, the band begins to play some music, which signals to everyone that they should take their seats, which they do. And soon you sort of get the vibe that since you guys haven't had a chance to touch base yet, and those doing catering stuff are still have to work at the reception, it might be good to just play along. That's just the vibe you're getting, especially after being shaken just now by what just happened. So everybody sort of just moseys over and takes their seats for the time being. And soon enough, the groom walks down. Well, actually, before the groom walks down the aisle, you guys see Captain Horatio, dressed in his finest pirating attire, walk down the aisle and take the stand at the front of this white gazebo, this ornate white gazebo that they've crafted specifically for this occasion. And he seems to be acting as the officiant of this wedding. And soon they begin playing a jaunty pirate tune, and Scorch emerges from the house and storms forward, and everyone applauds, and his crew hoot and holler as he looks stately in his kilt and sash, along with his big captain's hat with the bright new feather. And then soon, Serendis emerges from the house as well, looking absolutely beautiful, though almost translucently pale, in her white dress on her pale skin. Normally she's clad in black, but here she is in a bridal veil and a white dress, really impeccably tailored. And it strikes you that this is, probably one of the final things that Harlix worked on before she died. And she did an absolutely wonderful job of making it look both modern and have sort of the respectable, ornate manner that sort of befits Serendis. It doesn't show very much skin, long covered arms, covered long to the legs and up high around the neck, but it has this sort of intricate wave-like patterning, along with some what look to be pearls on it as well. And you can see the society editor scribbling furiously their doodles or notes about the dress. And you'll also see Lilliput just absolutely weeping and blubbering at the sight of her, as are some of the other pirates as well, just crying at the sight of the bride. And she walks down the aisle, and Scorch is beaming with pride at the reaction to his beautiful bride. As they're standing across from each other, there seems to be something else. Once the music dies down, and they're staring at each other, there seems to be like, a mismatch there, both in terms of height, as Serendis is much taller than Scorch. But there's something else. Make an insight check if you would like to.
Anybody?
Yeah, anyone who's watching.
Thank you for including me.
Got you.
Oh,
Oh wow,
My
Wade
mouse
gets
is
a
double
natural
clicking, sorry
20.
about that.
As a fellow simp,
Oz, Finn, you're sort of like only half there. You're kind of like,
That tracks.
oh my god, I just threw the dagger. Oh my god. Why did Wei lie? He seemed apologetic, but why did he do it? What was the point of that? And you're just like looking, you guys are seated at the back and you're like looking, you can see Rogus's head, and it's just like so many things are just frustrating and confusing right now. Oz and Kel, you get this vibe just by Scorch's beaming vibe and Serendis's more reserved, like pursed lips, and focused eyes, that there is an enthusiasm mismatch about this wedding. And Wei, with your natural 20, you get the sense that every vibe of her being does not really seem to want to be there. But she is going to do it. But she is... almost looks like her skin is crawling. Horatio clears his throat. As captain, I have the ability to act as officiant in these matters, and I am proud to do so. So thank you all for coming to celebrate the lovely couple here today. First, before the official marriage, these two have written their own vows, and I'd like to exchange them now. Scorch clears his throat and pulls out like a little scroll. It unravels to be a little bit long, and people chuckle a little bit, sort of knowingly. You get the implication that he is sort of known to be verbose and ebullient in such matters. I've traveled the sea from Grand Haven to Mystic Part, and my darling Serendis, the pineapple of me eye, you are the grandest beauty I've ever seen, shining more brightly than any gem or doubloon. Like a siren I am called to ye, but what awaits me? It's not death's cold embrace, but a sea of love that engulfs me like a tidal wave of joy. Your loving arms enrich me more than any treasure. Your eyes are more heavenly than any Aurelian fields. I am hopelessly entranced by your beauty, your grace, your modesty, and your charm. I'm a lucky man, and the whole of my enterprise knows me to be. A bunch of the Firebeards cheer. Ah! I will spend each and every one of my many years ahead gazing at you lovingly, protecting you, as I know you will protect me, and caring for you in the comfort of our warm, well-fortified home. He rolls up the scroll and with like a little sniffle puts it back in his pocket, his jacket pocket. Well said. And the bride, if you would. Horatio gestures to her. She looks around. There's sort of an awkward pause, a few people coughing in the assembly. Today is a very special day. I hope that everyone is enjoying themselves, as it was quite expensive. A few people chuckle. Now, you and I are to be married. That is what we're going to do. Yes. we will be wed. There's some awkward silence. Was that it? A woman of few words, but virtuous ones at that. He turns to a few people, mutter some half-hearted eyes. He turns and whispers to Rachel, get on with it. Yeah. Do you take this woman? Yes, of course, 1,000 times yes. And do you take this man? There's a long pause. I do. She does! Of course she does! Then by the power vested in me, I now pronounce you Mr. and Mrs. Firebeard. You may now kiss the bride. He kisses her, and everyone roars with applause. The band blasts into a wedding march, and they head down the aisle, and everyone cheers and claps and applause. And with that, Ronnie gets immediately back to work and starts plating entrees, and all the other caterers start guiding everyone to their seats at tables assembled nearby, and they start handing out the different dishes to everybody. There's one difficult elvish woman who is extremely persistent in telling Ronnie that this is not what she ordered, even though it absolutely was. Ronnie, how are you going to... Well, sorry doesn't cut into it. I have very special dietetic needs.
I'll get you the other one.
I don't want the other one. I want what I want, okay?
What do you want?
She goes into a lengthy description of something that you know just by hearing it will be impossible to find if it even exists.
I'll have that right out to you, ma'am.
Yes, thank you.
Ronnie just leaves. Goes inside. It's like, okay.
Do you tell the others?
No.
Okay. So you just go back inside into the kitchen and wait for a bit.
Yeah.
Some of you guys are noticing that one patron who'd been cheering a bit too hard during the ceremony is extremely wasted. You find out soon that this is Scorch's uncle, who is just like knocking over chairs and throwing shit in the air, tossing his sword around. A few of the other pirates are trying to restrain him, but he's just like too ebullient with this. As they're passing out meals after some time passes, and Horatio steps up, and he clinks on a glass, and he looks like he's about to make a speech, and so everyone quiets down a bit. Hello, everyone. I've known Captain Scorch Firebeard for the past 25 years, and I've sailed with him as a member of his crew and been honored to call him my best and closest friend. It brings me great joy to see him here today, married to this lovely young woman whose strength and respectability are only matched by Scorch himself. We live in the proud town of Jerixbon. Hear, hear, says the drunken uncle. Yes. And prouder still, most of us gathered here today are privileged enough to be members of the Firebeard crew. That makes us better than most, and we are treated as such on the daily. Fine food, fine drink, and the third or fourth finest women in all of Plantania. A few people chuckle. This sort of luxury might make a man full of himself, thinking he was always responsible for his own good fortune. But we must all vow today to never forget the progenitor of this treasured life, Captain Scorch himself. Without him, none of us would enjoy our lives here the way we do today. let alone this glorious feast and beautiful ceremony. This is normally where the best man, that being me, would make some off-color jape about the groom's past behaviors. You see Scorch looking a little bit nervous. But, unfortunately, I am unable to do so, as we all know that Captain Scorch is as sinless as they come, a veritable angel of kindness, sweetness, and floral breath. A few people chuckle while Scorch mugs like a little angel. If any man can find even a smudge of indecency on his record, let that man be struck down before everyone gathered here today. Now, I invite you all to raise a glass to Captain Scorch. A few people do so. These are trying times for many. The age of peace is ended, and competition has made many a man struggle. But Scorch has saved us from that, prevented us from being laid low by the brutality of the wild, of the seas, and the monsters in its depths. So proud and magnificent a man is he, that Scorch even has those nasty pencil pushers at courtly credit licking his boots. Who else could lay a banker low? None but Scorch! And then a bunch of them start chanting, none but Scorch! And with that, he takes a seat, and the band begins to play. As people begin to finish their meals and start to dance, you get the sense that now, as the sun is beginning to get a bit lower in the sky, as the festivities start to pick up, this might be a perfect time to start making your way inside if you can. And you see Allie and Chungo making eyes at you from across the room, seemingly suggesting the same thing as best they can in silence. But there's also opportunity for you to move about the party a little if you wish, too. And as the singer begins to sing, the uncle flings a part of his meal up onto the singer's face, and a small bone gets stuck in the singer's throat. And he's like, "Bup, bup, bup, ah, ah," and the music grinds to a halt. And someone, one of the other band members comes forward. Can anyone sing? We need a singer here, or a doctor, or something. But the crowd is crowding around them, trying to help the singer out and deal with this situation. You also notice.
Somebody get this man a drink.
My God, he's positively sober. You also notice a little old woman who keeps asking pirates to dance with her, but there don't seem to be any takers. But otherwise, the party seems to be going off without a hitch. They're still dealing with the singer situation, but yeah, you're free to proceed as you would like.
So, we should do this not all at the same time, right? That would look kind of weird.
That would look really weird, yeah. Wait, sure. When the caterers have been cooking, have they been able to get inside the house?
Mm-hmm. They've been able to move in and out of the kitchen through the side door. That's the closest way into the house.
Gotcha. Okay. So they have a way. Ronnie, Chungo, and Allie have a way in. Yeah. Ronnie said something about a back door we could try.
Okay.
Yeah, you did pass by
right.
a back door as you went towards the outhouse. And there's also the front door as well. So there are 3 points of entry into the house. That you know. Doors, anyway.
Okay, so I guess the teams should be you and me, points to Wei and herself. The birds, Wait, Kelso bird, right?
Yes.
Okay. The
Yeah.
animals
Oswiggles, Eddie,
gestures
and Cat.
vaguely. Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Kel,
Ronnie.
you fly into the catering door. Oz, you can chase in after him, saying that you're gonna get the bird. Eddie's probably gonna follow after you because flying thing, and he's murderous.
Wait, no.
Yeah,
Eddie
and then we can-
chases the bird and I chase Eddie.
I am
Yes,
not having
perfect.
that thing chase me. It literally killed me last time I was a bird.
Yeah,
No,
but
no,
you're so
it's
much
okay.
faster now.
I'll just tell Eddie don't actually hurt you, but we'll make it look like Eddie's chasing Waze bird and I'm trying to catch my cat.
Okay, I'm on board with this plan. I just want you guys to know that if that cat gets out of... Well, I feel like if I was to get hit once, I would turn right back into a furbolg in the middle of this party.
Right, do you hear that, Eddie? Don't actually hurt him.
Eddie
I
smiles.
could always say.
He knows. No cats can smile. He knows.
Fallback excuse. It was a magic trick. She like winks.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm counting on you guys.
Just try and aim for getting into and past the kitchen as fast as possible. Hopefully, there's not too many pirates or anybody on the inside.
Okay, am I waiting for a signal for you guys or anything, or are we doing all of these plans separately?
We'll want to stagger it out a little bit. Do you guys want to try and get in first, and then we'll go after?
Okay, we can do it in maybe like 10-minute increments, so like we'll head off, and then in 10 minutes you guys head in, and then another 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have to tell Ronnie what's up too at some point. Somebody. Hey Oz, you can
Yeah.
send a message, right?
As long as they're within 120 feet.
Ronnie
I could
pretending
just
to
flag
cook
them
something
down. They're still
for this lady.
around.
Just sees three of you go tearing through the kitchen. What? Are we talking?
Okay.
Bird team go.
Let's do this.
Right.
I guess I will fly up and go look for the door through which I'm trying to zoom.
Which door are you going for?
It'll be the kitchen door. I guess whichever door leads into the kitchen, if it's directly...
Sure. It's just right behind the
inside.
chairs, so it's not very far away. It's the closest one to you.
Okay, is it ajar at all? Or is it completely shut?
It's
don't wanna run
shut,
into it.
but it sort of is in a state now where it can be easily pushed open for the caterers to carry stuff in and out with it.
Oh,
Okay.
can I flag? Is Chunko within vision? Can I like wave him down and then like point to the door?
Yeah, you definitely can.
Yeah, I do that.
Okay, great. He heads inside. Allie follows.
As soon as there's a... Wait, you're pointing him at the kitchen door or the door that
At the
they're
door
supposed
you're
to
trying
go
to get into.
Okay.
Yeah.
As soon as there's a gap, I will just, hawk dive straight through.
Allie shrieks a little bit, then tries. Fish bones must be contagious.
Wait, are we going now? Do I let Eddie go now?
Yeah. Now.
Okay. Eddie, chase the bird. Don't catch the bird. You can't keep chasing the bird if you catch him, okay?
As soon as you
And
release
Oz-
Eddie, he goes tearing ass after Kel.
Oz
Into the
will
kitchen.
just dash after his cat. Eddie, no. Oh, that bird, that's someone's pet.
As you're doing this, you hear a voice behind you, Finn, calling it, "Hey, wait! I wanted to..." There he goes. The bird kid's always getting into some sort of antics, isn't he? He slaps a hand on your shoulder. It's Scorch. Well, at least you're here. I've been telling my lovely bride all about your magic tricks. She'll want to see some, and on the double.
Oh, right now?
Well, it's the reception, isn't it? And that's why you're here.
That is why I'm here. Haha. Well, what kind of tricks do you like, Miss,
Sarandis.
Right, Sarandis. Beautiful name, beautiful dress. You look great. What kind of tricks do you like?
She shrugs. Oh, go
Okay.
on, don't stall. We've all seen what you can do at the, get together. Sarandis gives him a
Right.
strange look.
Okay. Well, she sort of thinks for a second. She's so not in performer mode, but is going to. This one seems topical, and she's gonna like fling a little like scarf out, not from her boobs, and sort of like swoosh it to the side and try to do the John Woo doves appearing
Sure.
trick.
He's gonna grab the scarf and tie it around your hand real quick and go, hey, wait. Go to make this official. Everyone, crane your necks over here. Look at this little pink one. She's going to do some tricks for us. She's a magic girl. Everyone at the party turns and stares at you, Finn. All eyes are currently on you, including Sable's. The band stops playing, and everyone stares. All right, go ahead.
All right. She does give way an almost help me look, but she's very good at turning the performer on and off very quickly, so goes right back into the trick and is going to try to make all these doves sort of appear in a
Okay.
magnificently dramatic fashion.
Okay.
Maybe like around Sarandis, like to sort of like hype her up.
Sure. All right, make a performance check.
Yep. Wow. No.
Is there anything I can do to like help her out? Like, can I also like hype her up, like be a hype man while she's like getting ready?
I mean, yeah, I mean, describe what you are doing to help her.
Let me see. Yeah, I'll grab my glass and I'll like tink it and I'll kind of give Finn like the MC treatment, like, ladies and gentlemen, the amazing Affinity Amberfield, a performance you've never seen before. And if Fabian will give me any help, I'll like do little sparkles out of my hands.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Fabian hears your plea, and prestidigitates sparkles out of your hand. Finn, you may roll again. This is gonna be, with advantage. So okay, great.
Ooh.
So you, you unleash, a flock of doves. You basically shake out this ribbon, and the doves, even though the ribbon is very thin, doves appear from the ribbon, and a flock around Sarandis and circle around her, creating like an a halo of flapping birds, to making her look like an angel. And everyone begins to clap and applaud. And she looks up and is like shocked at the birds. And she murmurs to herself, such witchcraft.
Witches get stitches. I don't know.
That's the spirit. You got anything else?
Sure. I have so many. Me looking at my trick list that has not been updated for 20 sessions. Okay. we'll do a nice simple one, right? She's gonna take one of the probably very expensive spoons that's just kind of lying around one of the tables, and make like she's like doing like psychic shit sort of pose with it, and the trick is to bend the spoon just by looking at it.
Sure. Okay.
Like a telekinesis, yeah.
And Wei, are you still acting as her assistant in this session?
Yeah.
Okay. How are you helping her on this one?
Oh, late. Yeah, just like, I'll look at her, take the spoon, kind of like test it out, and say like, yeah, I think it's worthwhile, and I'll put it back in her hands, and I'll like take a step back, give her
Okay.
space.
Roll performance with advantage. Okay.
Wow.
So you making like holding your temple and acting like you're like bending it. You hold the spoon perfectly still, but then the spoon begins to bend of its own free will into a curlicue. And then you take it and you stick it into onto Scorch's lapel, like it's like a little adornment for him. And everyone claps. That's great. Look, I've got a bendy spoon. All right, that's enough. Where's the bird kid? If anyone sees the bird kid, let them know Sharon just wants a show. Hey, give me some of that grog. And he goes back and starts drinking and partying with everybody else again. Serendis is still staring at you, Finn. You realize. She puts her hand on your shoulder and gently whispering to you says, "You have great potential." And then gives you a very strange look with her eyes and then walks away.
Thank you. Well, everyone likes when you put on a show, she shrugs.
I mean, it's your show. It's hard not to watch.
She blushes a little bit.
At this point, Rogus comes up to you again. Hey, that was very good. Who's this? New boyfriend?
My +1, yeah.
Oh, you're +1, I see. Yeah, who wants to put labels on anything, right?
Certainly not you. Right, Mr. Gunn?
Alright. Well, yeah, it's good. So that's what you've been getting up to. Tricks. See, still working on it, huh? Got better.
Yeah, that's what got me this invite, actually.
Oh. Boy. That's interesting. Wonder what your dad would think.
I don't really think about that very much at all, to be honest with you.
Yeah, sure you don't. He turns and looks at Wei. Hey, you treat her right. You're gonna answer to me.
Wei is trying to not be like a sarcastic asshole, and he stiffens up like Fabian told him to, and just like, "Sir, yes, sir." And I do a little salute.
What an asshole.
She's resisting the urge not to punch him in the face now, at this point.
He sees you staring at him. Yeah, it's
the red one, the T-boy.
See, Sable.
Why not both?
Why
not? You got 2 arms, don't you?
What kind of present did you get, by the way? Something expensive, I assume?
That's not really for me to say. I was only here to deliver it. I didn't see it get wrapped.
Uh-huh.
So, I don't think your +1 would
Insight check?
mind. Yeah, you can insight check him.
Okay, sorry, real quick. Oh,
Okay, with the dirty 20, you do get the sense that you've never thought he was much of a deep thinker, and you do remember what he said earlier about not asking questions. You get the sense that he literally doesn't know what it is.
okay. Just checking.
So, your +1 mind if you and I cut a rug on the dance floor?
No, but I mind.
That's the spirit. Come on, what do you say?
I would rather die.
Jeez.
I believe this is the moment where I need to treat her right, and I'll extend my hand. May I have the stance?
What? You want me to
Hmm.
dance with you?
No, I turned to Finn.
Oh, all right, I was all right. All right, yeah.
Hmm.
Because I
Yeah.
didn't. This is awkward now. I made it awkward. You know what? I gotta. There's bridesmaids. There's There's a good-looking bridesmaid over there. Hey, beautiful. Yeah, there's a rule. You shouldn't look prettier than the bride. What is you doing? He walks away.
She
I
had
was such a
already.
jackass.
I know, right? She already like took his hand though, so now they're just standing like holding hands.
I mean, we don't have to dance if we don't want to. We can go inside the house, but we can dance if you want to.
I mean, how much do we have to meet them? Or I would love to
I think-
dance.
I mean, we said like 10 minutes, right? It's been like what? I don't have a watch.
We could blame the drinks.
We can do a quick dance, we gotta keep up appearances. Yeah.
Right. Blending in.
All right.
Also-
the music swells, and you guys step out onto the dance floor and begin to dance. It's a nice little lighthearted ditty, but with some romantic flourishes. And while the music swells and you guys exchange fond looks at one another as you share a nice moment together. Meanwhile, Kel the Hawk is tearing ass around the kitchen while Eddie is chasing him, and Chef Heckles is trying to swing at them both with a frying pan. What the hell is happening? Why is this happening?
I wonder what's taking them so long.
Did that hawk just talk? Ah, I'm losing my shit.
What do you mean, Hawks talk?
Ah, another hawk.
Me.
He storms at the door, his fire genasi form making him almost completely on fire. I need some air! Air! Someone take care of their pets in there? Oh, you're all dancing. You're all dancing now! Oh, God. He roams out to the outhouse. Kel, make a dex save.
Okay. I don't have a hawk as my thing, and it has better dex than me, so just add a 1 to this roll.
Okay. 10. Okay, Eddie
11.
tackles you and
10,
pins
that's
you
my
to
bad.
the ground, wagging his tail. Suddenly Eddie gets a look in his eyes, a dark, cold look, and then something appears in his brain, a picture of Oz. Now, Eddie, don't kill. He tilts his head, confused, then
I'm just shaking my
slowly
head
releases
desperately.
Kelken.
I immediately take off again. I'm not
He immediately
sticking
starts chasing.
No.
Before that happens, real quick, Oz says, "Good kitty. Now catch the birds."
All right, you're right there. uh, okay, so Kel, you start flapping around the inside of the foyer at this point, and you do see the door under the stairs that was previously mentioned and alluded to you guys by Ronnie. At this point, Chungo and Allie have followed you inside as well. And just as Eddie is, you're sort of like slowing down to get a perch and check out the door to see if there's a lock or anything. And Eddie's about to leap up, and Allie tackles him out of the air. Eddie is single-mindedly trying to climb up her and try to get to you, but she's restraining him. Oh, God, can't you guys... You ever do a heist before? You're not supposed to be this loud and crazy right off the bat. It's stupid. Yeah, it's stupid. Ronnie, where are you at?
I guess in the kitchen, trying to like look like I'm helping, but trying to add to the chaos.
Yeah, so you've successfully got some of the rest of the people in there. You're just sort of like helping them clean up with the the animals had been like the chaos they'd been causing.
And loudly venting about the woman complaining and whatever she wanted.
And so yeah, at this point, all of you except for Wei and Finn are inside the house.
We're busy.
We're creating the alibi. It's very important.
Uh-huh. Continuity.
Yeah, you two are still dancing outside. All right, so I think this is the way in, right? Allie's going to push on the door to the basement, and it appears to be locked. She's gonna pop a lockpick out of her kit and start to get to work on it. Chungo's acting as lookout, but so far it seems like everybody is outside enjoying the festivities right now, getting loaded. And after a few minutes, she manages to pick the lock and open the door. And you guys now have access to the cellar.
That's going on. I think Ronnie then will like have some pretense, like scoop up some plates, take them out, and like try to catch Finn and Wei's eye and be like, "Try, and then head back in and go to the foyer.
Gotcha. Okay, Kel and Oz, what have you? Are you Chungo and Allie have entered the door. Are you following?
Yeah, I will. I'm very curious to see what's in there.
Can they hold out their arm to hawk Kel?
Hawk Kel. Oh, wait, nobody else is around, right?
Right.
Okay, I can speak now. I'll hop on. Wait, holding out an arm to stop Hawk Kel or like to?
No,
to
for you to
on?
like perch on, so you don't have to awkward bird walk downstairs.
I'll hop on. Thank you, Ronnie.
I knew it was.
Good job, Eddie. You did great.
He tried to kill me again.
He's let you go. He's just
Ronnie
doing
has a
his
pocket
thing.
full of raptor bits and tosses one to Eddie.
Hell, you had a cat let go of a bird it caught. That's big for him.
Honestly, fair point. And I'll turn to Eddie and be like, I appreciate you not eating me when the time came.
Okay. So outside, Finn and Wei, the song, it feels like it was over too soon. You had a really nice time together sharing this moment. And but you do see Ronnie sort of making these broad gestures with the plates, and you get the sense that this is some kind of signal. So as the song is coming to a close, you guys sort of step away from the dance floor and try to subtly make your way inside somehow. Which door would you guys like to enter from? The same one that Ronnie is entering from, taking that as the entry point, or are you going to try to go around the other side of the house?
I think maybe around the other side, only because going through the kitchen might look funny.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Yeah, I'll look to Ronnie and then like kind of do a around the corner gesture, and then kind of start Assassin's Creeding, weaving through the crowd to kind of get to the back door.
Okay, so yeah, you're going towards the back of the house, the one that's sort of nearish the gazebo, not the front of the house, away from the party.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so most people are preoccupied at this point. You get to the back door and you're kind of out in the open. But it wouldn't be that strange for people just to be wandering over there having a conversation. But in order to enter this door, it might require a little bit of stealth. When you try the handle, you do feel that it is locked as well.
If
okay.
Finn is with me, I will turn to look at her.
This shouldn't be too hard. She'll whip out her thieves' tools.
I'll turn around and keep watch and do a little whistle.
Okay, so you're sort of standing next to her, sort of like trying to obscure the view.
Yeah. Actually, instead of whistling, I'll just be like talking about the nice view, like chit chat.
Right. Okay, so make a sleight of hand check. And you can do it with advantage since you're getting help. Okay, and yeah, after a bit of finagling, you eventually pick the lock. It's not super tricky. And in order to sneak inside, I'm gonna need you guys to each make a stealth check here.
Oh, brother.
As you open the door, you see Bill Caven spot you guys. Hey, what do you think you're doing?
It's a wedding. There's like a vibe. I've got a date.
Make a persuasion
Come on.
check here. Actually, make
Can
a
just-
deception. I don't know. Is it persuasion or deception? It's deception. It's deception.
Come on, man, do me a
23.
solid.
Okay. I think there's like
Is there like a
a
closet?
closet. I was gonna say a guest room. Oh my god, you're disgusting.
Perfect. Better.
You know what? I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Just I didn't see.
You
You
really
didn't see.
don't.
Ugh. Should have kept that locked. But just get in there, all right? Yeah. He closes the door behind you guys. You find yourselves in the sitting room. You can hear the kitchen noise to your left, and you can see that. Actually, at this point, where would Ronnie? You probably would have re-entered the kitchen when you saw them going around, right?
Yeah, but I think then I went through, like, sort of like trying to like be sort of low key, but like muttering like, where did they get to? Like as though I'm just looking for the weird animals.
Right.
and then-
Okay, so you're standing in the hallway in front of the kitchen door. So you're going to they're going to spot you at that point and move towards you. I'm going to need since Ronnie is going to be blocking the doorway and helping you guys get across, I need 2 more stealth checks, but you guys have advantage on this.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Natural 1. As
Can I give my calming presence?
Yes, you can. You can. That's what it's there for. Wei is going to stepping forward, and he is almost going to kick a metal goblet that is on the ground, and is going to make a clatterous noise. But you grab him by the shoulder, and look deeply into his eyes, and take a deep breath.
We got
Okay,
this.
Wei, roll again.
Oh my god.
Well,
Jeez.
fuck.
You're like,
Roll 20, what the heck?
I got this. You step backwards, and you step on a fork which which digs itself into your boot slightly and pokes your foot. Ah, son of a. You turn and see Connix there staring at you, Ronnie. He's come to check on you and see what's happening with the animals as well. Wait, what the hell's going on?
Trying to figure out where all those critters came from.
Yeah, but who are these people?
I'm trying to find the guest room.
Oh,
Yeah, yep.
Make a deception check.
Can I help?
Yeah.
Okay.
How are you helping?
been giggles
I'm-
helpfully.
Yeah, I just go and like hold his hand and like bat my eyes.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah. Make a deception check. 25. Okay. He's like, all
yeah.
right. Yeah, now it's a party. All right. Just watch out for those animals. They seem crazy, man. He's gonna turn to you, Ronnie, and he's gonna be like, all right, come on, we got more cleanup to do.
Oh no.
Sure thing. I'll be right there.
Okay.
Did you talk to that lady at table 7? She was pretty unhappy. I don't think there's anything we can do about it, but maybe she'd appreciate a word from you, like tell her you gave me a real too.
Yeah, you know what I did? Here, come here. He brings you over to Tavian. I repeated what she said to you, and look what he made. Tavian has concocted, like, she wanted some sort of, like, golden goose saute. And he's constructed out of some sort of, like, fish-based mousse. Like, a thing that looks like a golden goose, and he's torching it so it's golden brown.
Wow.
He holds it up to you. It's, like, in the shape of a goose, even though it's something completely different.
I could be like, what did I tell you about this kid? He knows his stuff.
Right? He might be even better than the chef. The Sioux turns to you. I mean, he might be on his way to one day being half as good as the chef. Tavian looks mad. But you wanna bring it out, or should I? And then Tavian looks mad. I want to bring it out. He says,
Tavian, maybe you could go with, but sir, I think she'd appreciate it coming from you. She seems like a enjoys authority kind of person.
all right. I'll take care of it. Come on, we'll all bring it out, and we'll say, oh, what a wonderful woman to have such fine taste, or some shit. I don't know. All right.
I'll hang back and look for those critters. I think if I'm there, she'll like it less.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay, we got it. They all head outside. The Sioux, Wilfer, Tavian holding it like he's got like a plate full of gold, and Connix forming a little committee to go and apologize for being so belated on this wonderful meal they're about to bestow. Connix's sister is staring at you cross-eyed.
If you see those critters come back in, you holler.
You go do whatever it is you're gonna
house.
do, Mr. Sneaky.
Well, all right.
She starts eating
Ronnie,
a bunch of leftovers.
Ronnie honestly looks confused. Okay. I'll be right back.
Okay, so Finn and Way, are you still like in sort of like the general foyer area?
Yeah, I guess we're trying to look for the rest of the weird animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sort of like pass by the door and you're trying to get. It's hard to get a sense of like where everybody else is, but Ronnie's gonna come up from behind and sort of point you towards the door through which everyone else went. And in a matter of seconds, you guys are. Let me take you down to the next map.
Woo!
Boy.
Which is
Oh boy, oh boy.
you're gonna have to. It should be all dark now, I think.
It
Yes.
is.
Yep.
Let's see if I can fix that. That's just because you guys aren't technically on it yet. Let me put Miss Affinity on. Oh. No, should be on token layer. There we go. And Kelken is a bird, but we'll put him here for shits and giggles. Ronnie, Way, and Oz. Okay.
Can we tell what this is?
That right there is the remnants of a really shitty rug. So you make your way down a long staircase into the basement. It looks to be a general storage area, much less nice than the previous, or just the upper areas of the house. The upper areas of the house are really well furnished. This just looks like any sort of shack or tavern storage area. There's some food stuffs that can be kept out in barrels on the north side of the room. There's also these big wine casks all around the room with buckets beneath them for transporting, I guess, big things of wine. And in front of you over here, there's a weird looking gargoyle sculpture with a inscription in what looks to be dwarvish above it. Oh my god, Mia,
I can
what are
read
you
that.
doing? Okay, so the dwarvish inscription reads it's like the gargoyle is kind of weird. It has its tongue sticking out and it just like looks super thirsty. And scratched into the wall in a weird fashion. It looks like it was hastily chipped in a non-ornate way. It says, "Take me on a trip back through time with flavor."
Are the wine
Okay, so
casks
it's
labeled with their
It's
vintage?
a puzzle.
Yes, there are. It does seem like some of them have inscriptions on them. But some of the stuff is faded and it's not entirely clear what is what. But from what you can tell, the this one that is closest to you says Grand Haven Red 1309. The one at the north of the room says Bellarub Blanc S. The one on the right side of the room says Aurelian Pink, and then a date 23931. Well, at least you think it might be a date. And the one in the bottom left of the room says Bloodwood Blend, and then a smeared and faded inscription, and then the addendum C.E. And then the final one in the bottom right says Frostbreak Countersynth 193 IE. That's what you can tell based on a cursory glance around the room. Allie's gonna step forward, and looking at the stuff, and she's momentarily going to take off her fake nose and mustache and stretch out her face. Oh, I don't know shit from wine. I drink beer and grog. Chungo, you got any ideas? He shrugs. I think I'm out of my depths here. The rest of you's gonna have to figure this out.
Well, maybe if we try them, we'll get a better idea.
Hey, now that's not a bad idea. She runs up here to the belly rub blanc and pours some out in her hands and drinks it. Oh, it tastes like shite! Don't drink this one, mate. It's gone bad.
Do you think that we should try giving some to the gargoyle? Should it be the oldest, or white to red, or...
I mean,
Well,
Take me.
yeah, some of them don't have dates either. Do you think there's an alarm system if we get it wrong? Like, could we just do them one by one until...
that's what I'm scared of too.
Is there anything like a journal or anything that looks useful around anywhere?
You don't see anything that looks like a journal here. As you guys are looking at each of these things, you recognize that some of these names seem familiar to you, but some are a little bit hard to parse. So you might want to take some time to inspect each of the casks to see what you can glean from it beyond just the name itself.
I don't know if we want to risk going back up, or maybe Ronnie looks at Finn. If you could sneak carefully, the library upstairs had a lot of information about wine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was a
mean,
really intense looking encyclopedia called the Odyssey of Wine.
Perhaps they could help with us.
If you need an excuse to be up there, I could go zooming around again.
I mean,
I mean, who wouldn't expect the wizard to be in a library?
that's true, Oz.
Oz, you
but-
might want to be careful. Serendis is after you. She really wants to see you.
Oh, right. There's also that.
I mean, I could do magic for her.
Yeah, I also don't like the way that she was looking at Finn earlier.
Maybe
She's
she wants to
hungry,
see my
maybe.
teeth collection.
I think she wants a bird kid collection.
Who wouldn't?
Well, that's not a very big collection. There's just me.
Or
Uh-huh.
is there?
Okay, well, I can, do my whole, oh, you can't see me now thing and go upstairs if we think it's worth the time.
Now you
Yeah,
see
yeah,
me, now
then
you
you can
don't
just grab the book and
three.
bring it
Oh,
down
you
here.
can't see me.
Oh shit, you never could see me.
Can I see me? It gets more existential.
Who am I?
What are eyes?
Wherever something to see.
Okay, sure. I can just grab the book really quickly. Floating book down the hallway. Nothing worried about that. Right? Because things I touch don't become invisible, right?
I think it's
If
you
you wear
and
it,
your
would it?
Been
clothing.
drinking. I don't think anyone's gonna question it that much.
Put it in with the scarves.
Okay. Yeah, it'll look like a ghost then.
Hey, take your time with this puzzle. You can see that Allie and Chunga are both getting drunk.
Oh boy. Okay. If that's the case, I better hurry.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's keep one of those secret friendship channels open.
Oz tilts his head to the side.
When you talk to me in my head.
Hans tilts his head the other side.
The message.
Oh, that's why didn't you just say so?
I don't know. All right, I will cast invisibility.
Okie
I
doke.
might regret this later for burning a level 2 spell. We shall see. Okay, I am invisible.
Okay.
I guess I'm going to the library.
All right. So you go up the stairs and you do see some of the caterers talking in the dining room nearby. It looks like two kobolds. One is yelling at the other. You can't keep eating all the food. We're gonna get fired again. I don't care. Look, I can't keep covering for you, all right? Well, I don't care. You're the worst, you know that? That's why you don't talk that much. You slowly make your way towards the library. And
Okay.
you get there and you see an entire bookshelf filled with books about wine and spirits and alcohol. Do an investigation check to see if you can find the books that Ronnie was talking about.
I did say
Okay.
Odyssey.
You said Odyssey, yeah. Okay, after a little bit, you do find what seems to be an encyclopedia.
A
don't
wine
know.
encyclopedia?
Yeah, I don't know why it's not. Hang on one second. I gotta go to my other document.
Oh, is there a pick?
Pick.
Yeah, the wine encyclopedia.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I found where I put it. Sorry, this wedding document is huge. Okay, yes. So you find a book that does have amongst its like 25 words in its title the word Odyssey. And you also see another book called Baldrin's Big Book of Drinkin' nearby on a shelf. They seem like they're both, you could take either one, although the Onological Odyssey book is quite hefty.
Okay. Well, Ronnie said Odyssey, so that's what Finn's going to grab.
Okay. Okay, so make a strength check to pull this hefty book out of the shelf.
Oh, all right. We love when bards do strength
Yeah.
checks.
What the fuck book is this?
Yeah, that's...
You try pulling the book and you do get it loose, but it falls to the ground with a huge thud. And Connix and his sister both turn. What the hell was that? And look. At which point, because does that count as an action? Is your invisibility still up?
I can like touch and interact with things. That's when I cast a spell or make an attack that it falls.
Okay, great. So your invisibility is still up at this point, but they did see the book fall.
Okay, I'm just gonna like scoot out of the way of where it was on the wall.
In point of order, they would have only turned around once it was already on the ground.
Right. They come over. What the hell? This book fell over by itself. It's 'cause of ghosts. Shut up. You don't know. Should I put it back? Yeah, touch the ghost book. Get haunted. No, I don't. Let's just leave it there. They both walk away confused.
Okay. After they've left, I want to try to pick it up again.
Okay. Yeah, make another strength check with the book.
My
Sliding it
greatest
across the
challenge. Fucking, I'm just
Well,
gonna kick
that was a
down the
save.
fucking
That was a
stairs.
save. That was another
Oh
natural
wait,
one,
was
but
it?
that was a
Oh
save.
god.
So do
Okay.
a
Hold on.
okay, 20.
Hey!
Great.
Nice.
It
I
really
did
shouldn't
it.
be that hard to pick up the book now that it's free from being stuck in this thing anyway. So that was kind of a stupid check. But yeah, you managed to pick up the book and conceal it in your pack, and that allows it to become invisible along with you. And you make your way back downstairs. When you get downstairs, you place the book on the ground in the room so people can look at it and find the information they need.
Actually, can I like spookily put it on Kel's like head to try and scare him?
He's
The
a
book crushes
tiny
me because
bird.
I'm a
Yeah,
bird.
you would kill Cal.
Not like actually let it go, just be like, "What?"
Sure. For funsies, you scare Cal with the book, and he craps himself
Yeah.
everywhere.
Oh no, Cal.
Hey, that's not my fault. Birds don't have the capacity to control when they. He's very embarrassed.
You should have done that on that lily pond lady.
Capacity to control it.
There's still time. Oh my god.
Yeah, you're being racist towards Oz again. Okay, so you guys have the book in your possession now. So you should be able to look up information about these wines should you need it.
Well, I got the book. I'm not reading it.
I mean, I like books. I can read through books. I
do
don't
you
know
think?
anything about wine, but I like book.
Can you find out when all these wines are from?
I will do my best. And Oz is gonna flip through the book looking for that. What would you like me to roll?
You can pretty easily find specific names of specific wines, but because the book is particularly written in a very obtuse, pretentious manner, it's the hardest thing is just to unpack the writer's way of organizing this stuff. So please make a basic intelligence roll to try to understand the writer's vibe to make sifting through this a little bit easier.
Saving roll or just straight intelligence?
Just straight intelligence.
Okay.
Okay, great. With the 19, you're like, oh, I get it. This guy just uses big words when small ones would do. He's if you just sort of understand like the flow of the sentences, what he's going for makes a lot of sense. But he hasn't put all the wines into chronological order. He's put them into flavor palettes and color. And so as such, we're going to have to use the individual wine descriptions in here and whatever else people can glean from their own knowledge into putting them into a in order on your own.
Oz relays this to the party.
I volunteer as tribute. I will go to another cast. Cast can go for a taste. Probably this one.
Yeah, Finn's already started tasting the bloodwood.
Okay. So you, Finn, you go over to the blood wine. Everyone else just sees the stuff disappear into Finn. How long does invisibility last?
Forever. No, for like an hour, I think.
Okay. So, wait, you said the blood wine? Okay,
A
great.
bloodwood blend?
Yes, bloodwood blend. Okay, so Finn, as you're checking this out, I need you to make a history check.
Okay.
Okay, you haven't heard of this stuff before, but you do like how it kind of tastes summery. A lot more citrusy than you expected.
Okay. Sounds nice. This one kind of tastes like flowers.
Um,
Sorry, the problem here too is that isn't taste kind of subjective? Like, what if the dude likes the one that tastes like shit?
But it's something to do with time, right? Not just taste.
I thought it was a mix of both, but that is fair.
Yeah, I think we're tasting it so that we can find the entry because it's sorted by flavor, and the entry should tell us the year.
wait, what's
Yes.
the gobbledygook on the wall say?
I don't fully remember. Short, can you
Yeah, I'll put
or
it in
post it
the
in chat if you have
yeah,
it?
I'll post it in the chat for you.
Take me on a journey.
Pretty much.
Is there any residue on the
Oh, it's chronological.
Yeah, it's chronological, but the book we have is not chronological. That's why we have
Right.
to taste it.
But how will tasting it give us an idea of when the things were made? Oh, by referencing
Because
them with the encyclopedia?
Because the book has the year it'll be in, but it's not organized chronologically. It's ordered by the flavor profile.
Wait, so we gotta figure out what was made when, and then give it to him in that order.
Yeah, in reverse order, I assume, because it's, take me on a trip back through time.
Oh.
Yes,
All
you
right.
want.
So all we gotta do is, Grand Haven. Well, it says 1309. Hey, isn't there a thing where they changed the way the dates worked at some point in history? Everyone make
That sounds
a
real.
history check. Wei and Kel, you think you understand what Ali's saying, because there was a way of measuring how many years had passed prior to the sealing away of the gods. But since the sealing away of the gods was such a monumental event, they changed the they started fresh, as if the sealing created a new era. So after a certain point, they started off with the year 1 again, but only in that era. Almost like how we in the real world have BC and AD.
Right. Do we know the difference between CE and IE?
Make a you're gonna have to make history checks for if you want to do a close inspection of any of these wines, you can, and try to make a history check on it to try to understand where it's from.
Yeah, can
Or you can try
I
to
do
ask
one on
Oz to
the-
look it up specifically from the book now that he has a better understanding of it.
Can I do a history check on this Frostbreak countersynth?
Okay, got it. Okay, yeah, please do a history check on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not
Nope.
sure. It is
Oh,
what you know for sure is that is a really weird name, and it doesn't sound very historical to you at all.
Can I taste the wine?
Yeah, you can.
I taste the wine, please.
You get the sense that this has a dark and murky and mysterious flavor, that sort of transforms into a white chocolate flavor at the end, almost like a Guinness taste that becomes a white chocolate at the end. It feels like a mashup of two different things, which I guess speaks to its weird name. But without knowing anything more, you're not exactly sure.
I tell Oz this one tastes weird then chocolatey. Is there a weird and chocolatey section?
Ooh, chocolate. Oz will flip through the book looking for chocolate.
Eventually, you come across a section on chocolatey wines, and this one says, the passage about the Frostbreak says, "This is a warbling transformative white made recently in cooperation between the elves and the dwarves. This mysterious concoction has a flavor that reflects the one that drinks it, but is known to get the imbiber absolutely sloshed."
Well,
Perfect.
I'll be honest, the only words I really understood were recent and sloshed. So I think it was a recently made one.
I nod and then I go take another sip.
Make a con save. You are hanging in there, man. And you're all along for the ride. And it's a good one.
I shouldn't. And I'm pointing my finger at the keg like it's doing something wrong.
The keg smiles back.
You stop it now.
The keg wraps its arm around you. You know you want more, buddy.
Up where? Are you okay over there? You're talking to a keg.
I'm not sure. How many kegs are in front of me right now?
Oz looks at Kel for help.
Oh, I don't blame him. I used to talk to things too. Deep cut.
Oz just quietly goes back to reading his book.
Okay, Oz, what about one that tastes like spring or summer and like fruit, like citrus fruit?
Oz, you eventually
I don't know how.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I don't know how to categorize an abstract concept like the flavor of the season, so I'm gonna look for fruit.
Yeah, eventually you find a section on citrus wines, and you find under it the Bloodwood blend, and it refers to it as the last remnants of a popular wine blend from Bloodwood before its winery was burned down during the Chaos Era by one of the gods. Supposedly nutty with hints of orange citrus, this wine connotes bad blood brewing between the gods and mortals, and as such is in short supply.
Oh, that's an old one. That's from before the ceiling.
Okay, so we have a good contender so far, right? If it's that old.
Oz, can you look up the Grand Haven Red from 1309?
I mean, it's categorized by taste. Has anyone tasted it yet?
Holly, what is that?
I could.
Or, I mean, Allie. Sorry.
Wait, when Oz mentioned the Bloodwood one to you again, or out loud, you get a memory pops into your brain. You remember when you were on the run, the Bloodwood was a place that you had to avoid because it's an orc encampment now. It was south of the mountains. And in Kel, you've heard of it too, because it was south of your home. East of the Savage Heart Forest, which is just below where Way is from. So if this was, it seems strange that any wood wine came from there. So you get the sense that Oz is probably telling the truth. Or is probably spot on the money that this is from a very long time ago. because right now that place is a totally different vibe than a vineyard. Okay, so you asked Allie about the Grand Haven Red, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, she's taking another big drink of it. It's like cherries.
Cherries. I look over at Oz.
I'll see if it's in the book.
You pass through to a section on cherries, and there's a whole section on cherry reds. This one says, a continual favorite table wine of city folk. GR is known for its full-bodied heaviness with a chirp of cherry at the end. This is not to be confused with the ancient GR enjoyed prior to the sealing, which is said to have had a milder plum aftertaste.
Are you sure it's cherries and not plum?
Ugh, I hate plum. Yeah, it's cherries, all right. Here, give it a sip.
All right. So that one's also newer.
And Allie, you tried the Blanc already, right? You said it was
Oh, tastes like
was
piss.
terrible. Is piss one of the flavors?
I mean, it's a book from a pirate thing. It might be in here.
You begin paging through, and although there's no specific piss section in there, there is a chapter titled Distasteful Flavors. You begin paging through until eventually you find Bellera Blanc S. It's a very small note, but it says, one of the more sought-after wines by collectors. Despite its reportedly horrendous flavor, this historic wine was born on the day of the sealing. Some have said it tastes a bit like dirt and wet dog.
Oh, this one's from the day of the sealing, so I guess it's just a collector's thing. It's not the drink.
All right. Has anyone tried the pink?
I did. Chungo is still drinking it.
How is it?
It's good. It's like
Good isn't a flavor.
it's like grapes and wheat. And I don't know. It's real fizzy.
Is there a chapter on fizzy?
There's no chapter on fizzy, but after a few minutes of study, you do find wine that mix wheat into their flavoring. And find a section on the Aurelian Pink that says, known for its effervescent, uplifting, fizzy flavor, this mixture of grape, wheat, and divine energy is rarer now since all known entrances to Satania have been closed off completely. It is thought to be one of the first wines ever made, perhaps the oldest in existence.
Oh, this one's old.
All right. Well, shall we go in recent to old or old to recent?
I mean, it says back in time, so
So-
I would imagine recent to old.
Yeah.
Do
Now
people
the
think that
question
it's
is. Sorry, go ahead.
go for it? Probably the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, is it. Do we start with Grand Haven or do we start with the Frostpeak?
Yeah, that's the only part I'm unsure about is which one came first.
Well, I think recent is a better bet of being newer than, like, not ancient, you know? So I think Frostbreak is the newest.
Yeah, it sounded like it was pretty recent.
Sure, what year is it?
Currently, it is 1564 AL.
Okay. We still haven't figured out what IE is, though.
You can do a history check on it if you'd like to.
Well, if CE
Sure.
is pre-sealing, IE is probably post-sealing.
Probably.
Oh,
Or is it counting
natural
how old it is?
20.
Ooh.
Wade
Hey.
turns to the barrel. What does IE mean?
Wouldn't
Wait,
you like to
no.
know, Mr. Handsome? It bats you on the nose.
Stop it.
AKA
I
Wade calls
danced with
forward
someone else
slightly.
tonight.
I don't care. I'm all yours now. Give me a little kiss and I'll tell you my secrets.
Is Wade gonna kiss that barrel?
There's only one way to find out.
No, sir,
he
this is what
doing?
you did to objects?
As you are bending forward to decide whether or not you want to smooch the barrel or if this is really happening at all, you're asking about IE, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So you remember just from school that IE refers to the innovation era. It's the era defined by cooperation, celebration, and innovation as races and factions worldwide united to share technologies and magics for the betterment of mortals. And the reason it was called the innovation era and the reason everybody was so lovey-dovey is because it immediately followed the sealing.
Just Wade's staring at it. He's leaning in. He's getting so close, like to the point where his nose is touching the cask, and then he turns around and he says, "Innovation. Start with Grand Haven."
All right. Ronnie pulls a little bucket of Grand Haven and brings it to the gargoyle and pours it in its mouth.
Its stone tongue begins to lap it up happily. Yum, yum, yum.
Oh.
Oh, I don't like that.
I also
Sounds
don't
like it's
love
good
that.
for us, though.
I'm glad
Right,
I'm super drunk and that didn't happen.
No, it
Continues
happened.
then.
Is that how you think being drunk
Oh, I
works?
hate.
That's how my college experience went.
And as the what was the next one? The
The-
frost
I think Frost Speak
break
is next.
I think so, too.
does the same. Is it happy? Is it
You
mad?
give it some Frostbreak countersynth, and it drinks it. Complicated.
I
And
think
then we said the
Bella
Bella
Rub. Yeah.
You take a glass of Bellarub and give it to it. Yeah, I guess that's all right.
and then the Bloodwood
It laps it up happily.
and the Aurelian.
Oh, I feel like I'm there, baby. The gargoyle splits in half down the middle and suddenly reveals a door behind it.
Well, that was oddly perverted.
I guess that is Scorch's style.
Nice work, everyone.
Yeah, look at us being all smart. Hey, time to go. She like bops away.
Yeah, let's keep it moving. Ronnie opens the door.
As you open the door, you find a small area containing 3 displacer beasts. I need you to roll
kitty.
initiative.
Is this
Holy
real?
mother of
Hey,
God.
kitty.
Us immediately
What the
turns around.
Wait, so did we get it wrong?
Wait. Now Finn is asking if this is real.
Are we in the right place?
Hi, kitties.
Eddie,
Oh my
can you
God.
talk to your
They
cousins?
they don't look super friend shaped.
Well, the one of them does, but the one right next to them doesn't.
This is a really small room for this to happen.
Yeah, as you look around, you see that it seems like there are scraps of meat and dismembered bodies on the floor, as well as little straw beds where they've been sleeping in.
Wait, do they keep these creatures locked in here?
It seems
Oz looks at Kel. We need to free them. They can't be kept in here. This isn't right.
Well, you freed
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, let's deal with maybe not being eaten first.
No, we need to free them.
You guys are heroes, in a way.
Maybe we'll free them to heaven.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have a question for you guys. We're getting towards the end of the session. Would you like to do a couple rounds of combat now, or would you like to call things here and then start with combat next time?
Are you sure it's combat? Maybe they're friendly.
Oz is gonna
Can we
do
try
his best
hugging
here.
them first?
they're awfully high in the
Yeah.
initiative.
Can we give
for
them a
that.
pet? Maybe
mean-
a
Yeah.
switch.
Kel, speak to animals. Quickly.
I'm a bird.
You still
Wait, turn
can.
into kelp. Honest, you can turn into kelp.
This
Kel,
is
Because then you can speak Sylvan, right?
We'll have to.
the best.
Sylvan?
I'm okay to do a bit of combat. I'm not sure about the others.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm good to do it.
Okay. All right. So, Oz, you are first up in combat. Oh, wait, I got to roll for our other friends, too. I forgot.
Oh, they're not sharing a combat?
I mean our NPC friends.
Oh, whoa.
Actual friends this time.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
I immediately thought it was sarcasm for some reason.
For some reason.
Okay. Coming from me? Okay. I don't know why it's giving wrong names for them, but whatever. Okay, neither of them rolled higher than Oz, so Oz, it's still your go. As you see these displacer beasts before you, you get the sense that although they are kitties, they are indeed not friendly, and they move towards the party with violent intent, immediately projecting magical illusions next to each other, so it becomes very difficult to tell what is real and what is fake.
See, you say they're not friendly, but it is Oz. I mean, a cat is a cat.
You do feel Eddie in your arms growling. Or at least
It's
making that
okay,
murmur
Eddie.
noise. And squirming and immediately darting out of the room. We're actually darting over here behind this box.
Alright, well, the wizard is going to use 20 feet of movement to do something stupid.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oz pulls out the raptor stake that he had grabbed for Eddie, is going to approach the nearest one, put it down at his feet, like, "Oh, you poor kitty! Does the mean man keep you in here? But you can't even see the sun in here. That is so rude." And he offers it the raptor stake.
Okay, roll animal handling.
I'm expecting to have to use luck points, but we'll see how this goes. Yeah, I'm gonna use a luck point.
Okay. Okay, that's
Oh my
worse.
gosh.
Should have just claimed advantage instead of a reroll.
Yeah. It snaps the actually what happens is you start handing the skewer to this thing, and as you do, it begins to phase out of existence, and you suddenly realize you are actually handing the skewer to the displacer beast projection that the one that is at your throat currently is making. You drop it and realize that this thing is about to bite your face.
Okay, Oz is going to use his action to disengage here,
Okay.
and is going to go 10 feet to go feel safe with Ronnie.
Okay. All right, Kelk, you are a bird now. You're currently in hawk form. Are you going
Yes.
to drop that and then wild shape again or something?
Wait, hold on. Can I switch from one into the other? Can I?
Well, you have that thing that allows you to. No, you can't morph from one to another, but you can drop and then reform.
Right, because dropping, I think, is a free action.
Well, I thought regardless, he has that thing where he can re-wild shape
that's
as
right.
as a
Right.
action or bonus action.
Okay, I will definitely calc it up. No time to try and talk.
So you can
Wait, can I
revert
fit through the door?
to your normal form as a bonus action, I think, or is that wrong?
Yeah.
Wild shape. I just always remember. This is RPG bot is just like, here's how to optimize. That doesn't help. There we go. Druid classes, Druid rules. Yeah, Druid rules.
I just googled if I can wild shape from one shape into another. I didn't go into any rules.
Does it say you can't?
People say I can. The rules, I don't know what those say.
What is the you can use this feature twice. You expand terms of the beast as shown in the beast too. You can stay in beast shape for a number of hours. I think I've fudged that since you're in the wedding, and I was like, I don't want to ruin this right now. When you revert to your normal form, what? What? Does dropping wild shape. You can choose to end the wild shape at any time by spending a bonus action. Yeah.
Right, but I think like I can do that, but I can also change from one animal to another animal.
feel like I heard that was a moon druid thing.
Yeah, didn't that come up last in an earlier session that?
Oh, have I done that before? I don't remember.
I do think you have.
I don't think you have. Well, you can cast spells in your moon druid form, right? That's the...
No, not right now. Only in like many levels from now. But wild shape doesn't need full somatic, whatever. That's just something I do.
I think it takes an action, but you can wild shape from one animal to another.
Yeah, but you thought you could change
I don't
spells
know
at
about-
every minute. I can't trust you.
What?
Wait. In our old game with Zeno, we never could. But this
Well,
post does
because
make
he's
a
a
good
moon druid.
argument for it, which is that when you retain it, well, wild shaping is a druid feature, so you retain it if the form is capable of doing it. Is it? Wild shaping does not require any spell-like components. You know, a druid in animal form can transform into a druid. I'm going to say that yes, you can, because I don't see any argument that makes sense that you can't. And if we need to readdress it, then whatever. But Awe is basically forewent a turn right now to feed an animal, so it's not like you guys are... If we accidentally misrule this and we gain, an extra Kelcan action, then that's not the worst thing in the world.
Right. Okay.
I'll just quit immediately.
Yeah, exactly. I know, yeah. Ree's gonna be on my ass, but usually not for something that benefits the players.
Okay, so it's allowed for the time being?
Yes, let's say it is.
Okay. In that case, I will charge up to this one over here, the one on the left. Absolutely pushing everyone out of the way. Oh, there's a third one. Lovely. And do my ram attack.
Okay. Let's see here. That will hit.
Okay, awesome. That and 2d6.
Can you see with your elk token? Does it have
I
visibility?
can see with my elk token.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I'm just gonna put you in the corner here in this other room.
Okay, thank you. Timeout.
Yeah, timeout. Actually, I'm gonna put you where Eddie is hiding, so I remember that.
With your elk eyes.
Yeah. Let's do some combat, and then we just spend it negotiating rules. That's D&D for you. Okay, so you do 19 damage. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so
Nice
you ram into it, and it needs to take a dex save?
I think it is a strength save. DC 14
Strength
strength
save.
save.
Okay, let me calculate this damage real quick. Okay, so this displacer beast to the north is going to do a strength save. It gets 8, and that is less than it needs, so it is knocked prone.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Before we, I need to clarify something that I was still caught up in the other stuff. I'm gonna need you to roll again for that attack roll, because
I see. Okay.
the deal with
Yeah.
displacer beasts is that they are constantly projecting a magical illusion that makes it appear next to its actual location, causing attack rolls against it to have disadvantage.
Oh.
Okay, so yeah, so you get the lower of those two.
Yeah.
So that is
The
16. So
yeah.
that carries over. If it is hit by an attack, this attack is disrupted until the end of its next turn. So this guy is currently disrupted because Kel struck it with an attack, which I'm going to mark with this thing. So the flickering or its projection starts flickering, and it basically reveals its true form. So while the others are still, what you guys see basically is a room with 5 displacer beasts in it, because these two are always projecting a second in an after image, basically. Okay, so it takes that damage. It is knocked prone as well, right?
Yes.
Okay, and it can be knocked prone, even though it always is kind of prone because it's an aminal. It falls on its side, basically. God damn, I have so many documents. I hate this. Okay. And when it's prone, you guys, ranged attacks don't have advantage on it, or have disadvantage on it, but all other attacks have, all like melee attacks have advantage on it. Attacks within 5 feet have that's interesting. So it's like, would Ronnie at long range have disadvantage? That's another thing to consider. Okay, that's the end of Kelkin's turn, right?
Yeah. I'm not gonna move so that these things cannot get past me into the wedding.
Okay, so it is going to use its movement to stand up, and it is still disrupted, but it is going to start attacking you, Kel, because you're right in front of it. It's got multi-attack, so it's going to make 2 tentacle attacks. 20 and 20.
Oh my god.
Those definitely hit.
Not natural 20s, mind you, but dirty 20s. Okay. So the first one does 13, and the second one does 13.
Can I use my interception in this instance?
Yeah, I don't see why not. What's the range on it? It's like 5.
I mean,
10.
it's my... No. My, when a
Your
creature
movement.
hits a target... No. Not the thing where I run. Just the thing where, like, if I'm next to someone, I can reduce the damage.
You're not really next to Kel, though. But I guess you are with reach. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Isn't it, we have that rule that with your shielding, your reach counts then, right? So yeah,
Yes.
I would say you can. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you. Okay, so reduce by 12.
The total or each hit?
Thank you.
Just once. I only have one reaction.
Okay, got it. Okay, so
it's
one of
reduced by
those...
12?
So one is reduce. So basically you gain.
No, it's 26 total reduced by 12. Should what? 14. So I take 14 damage.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. This other one's coming up to you, as is this one. And they're all gonna claw at you because you're just in the way. Okay.
Better me than Oz.
1, 2.
God.
They both fucking hit.
Okay. First one is 10. And the second one is natural 20. So that is still not crazy high rolls. I feel like the other one was... Okay, so first one's 10. The second one is 8 plus 8, 16. So 26 from that one. And then we have the other
26.
one.
I'm out of wild shape if this connects.
Oh, if this next one connects?
Yeah.
Okay, 16 and 24.
Both connect.
You're getting some
my
good
gosh.
rolls today.
Just give it to me. Just give it to me, Chief.
Okay. 11 and 11. So 22.
Okay. So reduced by 2 is 20, and so Kelkin, Puke for bulk, takes 20 damage.
Okay, so we're gonna get rid of him, and you grab him, and Kelken takes 20 damage. So Kelken successfully tanked that, but now he's out of wild shape. Let's just play this combat round to the end of the round, and then we'll call it from there, right? Okay, Finn, it's your go. You're still invisible, but you don't have your dagger anymore.
Yeah, she definitely like instinctively goes for it, and then is like, "Oh right, shit." And then instead we'll, I'm gonna.
You do have
move-
advantage on attacks when you're invisible, just so you know.
Get that
Yeah,
sneak
it's
attack,
just
please.
gonna sort of creep on in there because she's invisible. And do I dare? Hold on, what are the rules of this? Darn it, only humanoids. Okay, that's fine. I am going to cast Bane.
Okay.
That works on 3 creatures. Up to 3
Sure.
creatures.
For a minute. Yep.
So yeah.
So they have to make a...
Charisma saving throw.
Okay. With
And
spell
then-
save. Wait, isn't yours higher than what's listed, though? Isn't it like 16?
No, mine is 15.
Okay. This could actually be a really good move, given how high they've been rolling. Okay, so we need 3 charisma saves. Charisma is not their strong suit, because they're, even though they're kitties, they're not cute kitties. I guess it's debatable. I like them. I'd like a stuffy. Okay, so 3 charisma saves coming up. 1, 14 fails. 9 fails. 11 fails. They all fail, so they are all baned.
Get
Marked with this
baned.
purple bane.
Get baned, idiot.
Okay, so whenever a target that fails the saving throw makes an attack roll or a saving throw, you're casting this at which level?
At us, what level is this? This
Looks
is
like-
just first level.
Yeah, exactly. So you're just casting it at first level. Right? The target must roll
Yes.
a d4 and subtract the number rolled from the attack. It's concentration.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. But you cast a spell,
know.
so you are no longer invisible.
I'm not invisible anymore.
And you're still in there.
As a bonus action, I'm also going to give Bardic to Kel.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome.
You get a pink inspiration butterfly on your face. And yeah, I guess that's it. You moved in.
Yep, that's what I got.
Okay, Way is Bay.
Hey, here I am. Yeah, so I'm gonna
Hiding
here so I
behind
can actually
us.
see what's going on.
Yeah, Oz, take my son, but never me.
I'm gonna move here,
Mhm.
and then I'm gonna hit him with my rapier.
Okay, you will be at disadvantage.
But you gotta protect Finn. What you gonna do?
Okay,
Yeah, I gotta
six.
protect my girl, and I got a
6 will
nat
fail.
1.
You thoroughly strike the after image. The second one does hit with 13. You just
Okay.
barely strike.
to
Knowing
know.
the first is such a bad miss, you actually managed to determine which one is the actual one. And then, even though it's a wild swing, because these things are agile, you do strike one of its tentacles with the rapier. Please roll damage.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do first level smite.
Okay. So that'll add a 7 onto that. Doing 10 damage. You blast it with Radiant. And it doesn't seem to have any sort of additional reaction to that other than ouchies that hurt. Anything else you would like to do?
Disrupted, right?
Yeah, definitely felt.
And it's disrupted now,
Yeah,
right?
can I do bonus action Vivarious Thorn on Kel?
If you have not used your bonus action yet, which I don't think you have, then yes. This train is also disrupted.
2d6 plus 2.
Oh my god, thank you.
So Kel gets 12 points back.
Sick.
Thank you so
Tank's
much.
got a tank.
Okay, yeah, it's disrupted as well. Okay, end of your turn. All right, it's Allison's turn. Where is her sheets? Okay, she's got a light crossbow, which she's going to try to use. She's going to move in here and see the one that is directly in front of her. Actually, she's going to aim at... She's smart. She's going to aim at the one that is newly... what do you call it? No longer... it's disrupted.
Displacing.
Okay. Oh, she will narrowly miss that one. And that's the end of her turn. She's going to reload her light crossbow. And, okay. Ronnie, it is your turn.
I'm gonna pop up here and take a swing at that same one that Way attacked.
Okay. Hit.
I still haven't figured out why it's doing that, but that's just 7.
Right. Okay, you chop into its shoulder, carving out some slashing damage.
And I'll do another.
Okay, another hit for 12.
So 19.
19 total. Okay.
I'll use a War Priest charge and just take one more swing. That's how that works, right? One weapon attack, yeah. Alright.
Okay, one more attack for 11. So you just keep hacking away at this thing, carving into its side. It's taking these hits pretty well. And, yeah, you have chopped into a big chunk of it. Anything else you would like to do, or is that your bonus action?
That was my bonus action.
Okay.
I'm all set.
All right, it is Zoot's turn, because that's what it says here on his thing, even though it's not his name. So I guess it's like pulling thing. I don't know what it's doing, but oh, I think I know why it did that. Anyway, so he's also got a hand crossbow, and he's going to. Does he have line of sight on that? I think he does. Yeah. He's going to try to shoot at that one, too. For 5, and he's going to miss. And that unceremoniously will bring us to the end of the turn. And that means we'll get back to Oz, who's right behind Kelken right now. In a small room full of beasts. What will Oz do? Find out next time. Yeah, maybe. Okay, so that's gonna bring us to the end of the first chunk of the wedding heist. Thank you to everybody who stopped by during this one. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of good role playing in this one. And yeah, thank you to all the players who have done this and done so well tonight. We're gonna raid out over to Sconebone right now, and yeah, then we'll take it from there. We'll be back next time to see what happens next. Will we be able to survive this Displacer Beast encounter? and find out what lies beyond in this strange place. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you to Halfling Wizard, our new follower. I just saw that. And yeah, have a good night, everybody. Bye.
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 Okay. All right. Okay, we are in, and